Hi everyone. How you doing? Shika boom, boom, down. How y'all doing today? I had to do a little facelift because y'all know I told y'all I was tired. I'm looking busted. Let me put this banner up. Ooh. They swinging in here. How was y'all day today? Somebody got the same name as Melody do. I see Sister Girl, Debbie, Gloria. How y'all doing, queens, nieces, and nephews, including y'all in the bushes? Please push the like button. Got some tea today. I'm talking about my tea, no tea for y'all. Y'all want some tea? Okay. Reunion 2. Y'all, I know y'all done seen one. Remember when it went off when Tisha was getting ready to say, wait a minute. What I say is alleged. Even though I got my banner, I still have to say it for YouTube. What I'm about to say is alleged. It's for entertainment only. It's for hee ha ha. It's my opinion. We laugh, we pray, and we hee ha ha over here. So y'all remember when they left off when Tisha was getting ready to tell it. But you know production cut a lot of stuff off. The real person who told it was Kiki. Kiki told it. They ain't show that part. But when it came on, Tisha was sitting up there. Y'all check this out. Then I'm gonna go into the I'm gonna break it down. Tisha said, "Yeah, I found a picture." She tried to clean it up, the mess up, but Kiki won't have it. Kiki said, "No, She said, "Well, it was a naked picture, and I tried to search it, and I went through his phone, and I found nope. But you trust him though, don't you?" I trust my husband. I trust everything that he do. Y'all want me to leave my husband? I'm not gonna leave my husband for y'all. It was a naked picture she found in the phone. She did some research. Check this out. Check this out, y'all. She said she did some research and nothing came to it. You found a naked picture in your husband's phone. And your husband put a heart on the butt and then say a nice he said nice I think he said nice lunch break or something he said, but he answered it back. Okay, Tisha tried to lie. Tisha said, "Well, won't he didn't do?" And Kiki said, "Yes, you did," and he answered it back. Tisha was gonna lie and say he did not respond back to that picture, but Kiki came in and said, "Yes, he did. Yes, he did." What she did, she found the picture in the phone and she sent it to Kiki. And they started searching it. Okay. So my soul sat there and made a joke about it. Montana, know what Montana said? My soul told a lie and said that he was interviewing that lady. He was interviewing that lady. She sent him a email and sent him a picture. An interview, a picture, a naked picture. Make it make sense. I'm interviewing you. Why you got my number for? Why you gonna send me a naked picture of you if I'm interviewing you? And you know what Crazy Montel said? He said, did she get high? Don't you know no good, Montel? Don't you know no good? So after that, they start arguing, and she said that yes, he did, and Maso got smart. He's sitting there looking stupid, like he done ate 5 birds in his mouth. He's sitting like this. And Kimmy over there like this. And Maurice over there like this. And this is Melody. I'm be Melody. Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I lie? But Melody didn't say nothing. She was sitting like this. I knew what she wanted to do, so I'm just acting like Melody. Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I lie? No. I'm Melody. Did I lie? So after that, then they got to argue. Then Kiki said, I love this girl. Then Wanda gonna get in it and say, how you love somebody? How you love somebody and you gonna bring this here? Bring this here, you love somebody. Kiki broke it down to her. So how you love? I do love her. So how you love? I'm your niece. I'm your niece. So how you gonna do me like that? How you gonna do me like that? How you gonna do me like that? And you say you love me. Wanda said, Kung Fu Panda said, it's not about family right now. It's not about family right now. Okay, make it make sense. Make it make sense. If it's not about family, you saying that that's your cousin. So I'm confused. I'm really confused. Then Kiki ran. She read. I can't wait till next week. She read Kung Fu Panda down. She read it down. So then I'm sure y'all know I don't go in order. So y'all know I already know about this channel. You know I'm going in order now. I'm not gonna do all of it. You know I like to take pieces and different stuff. So this is the part I want to get to. They got off them. See, Carlos got off them so fast, my head was spinning. I didn't know who he was talking about. See, that's what I don't like about that. Carlos could have dug in them more about the cheating, but he didn't. That's the part I don't like. Then they hop onto Melody. First it was about Kung Fu Panda talking about the kids. No. Let me back it up. This is what I'm trying to get to. Let me back it up. There was Montel tried to turn the tables off him and put it on Melody and said she don't take accountability for things that she do. Stuff that she do, she don't. Remember I told y'all today I'm gonna break it down? Says stuff that she does, she don't take accountability for it. And Melody said, like what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? See, these people would take the heat off them so fast and switch it to another person at the reunion, and you wouldn't even know what's going on. And Carlo let that crap happen. He let the crap happen. And then here comes Kung Fu Panda. They asked about the kids. What she said about the kids. Dummy them said, I didn't talk about the kids. I didn't talk about the kids on my live. I ain't saying about the kids on my live. Carlos said, well, and Melody said, you said it. I know you said it. You said on your live, you said it. She sit there and said she didn't say it. She said it. We all seen she said it. Then Carlos told Miss Kung Fu Panda, why didn't you go back to Melody with something about her instead of the kids? And you know he kept on doing. Somebody was right in the chat. He said one thing about Bear Collector, they don't do that. Bear Collector, I tell you that kids is off the table. They don't do kids over there. Okay, we're not talking about Bear Collector. We're talking about Love and Marry Hip Hop. That's what we're talking about. So, line. Kung Fu Panda sit there and said, if I'm talking about, it ain't make no sense. If I'm talking about my soul and I say his child, I'm talking about my soul, not his child. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't say nothing about the baby. I said something about her. I said, find your baby mama. She told me find my baby daddy. No, she didn't, liar. She said your baby daddy was in her DM. Tisha baby daddy, Wanda baby daddy. She didn't say go find your baby daddy. She said he was in her DM. So you took that thing and turned it all the way around. She kept on lying. Say I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Then here come Save a Hoe Maurice with his two-piece, his thighs and his titties. Come flying in. I understand what she's talking about, but she won't talking about the child. She was talking about something. She was talking about male. But then here come Maso. He's sitting there saying, I don't think she was talking about the child. I think she was talking about male. Here come Tisha. Carlos said, what you think? Melody said, you got kids, so what do you think? She sit there and said, it was wrong, but Mel and my mama been going back and forth. No, Melly, never say that about your children. She said, Mel and my mama going back and forward, back and forward. So, I think both of them was wrong. No, El Domo. Both of them was not wrong. Kung Fu Panda was wrong. No accountability. So then here goes Save a Hoe, jump back in again, and said, y'all got it all wrong. I don't think she meant that. Then, I think it was a Melody or Carlos. One of them said, you did the same, I think it was Carlos, was saying the same thing happened to your son with Tiffany. You came in us, and so they had to sit down and they apologized. He looked like he was a deer in the headlight. He tried to say, oh, it's different. See, this is what I'm talking about. These people don't think nothing pertains to them. They can do it, but when they receive it, it's not for them. Oh, he said, it was something different. It was something different. Martell was getting mad. And he told Carlos this. And Carlos made sense, and Martell made sense. Martell said, when it comes to my kids, he said that the first time she did it. It's the second time. He said, when it comes to my kids, y'all overlook us and treat us different. He said, but when it was his son, y'all went totally off. When Mama Monte had to apologize to Maso's son for saying he had 20 women, and Monte apologized, it was because the producer told him to apologize. So that's why he went in, and Melody told him as well, you need to apologize. So that's what Montel was saying. And then Carlos smacked him back in the face with his words and said, "You called me for everything else. Why didn't you call me for this? This was more important." Then, like they always do, cut half and go to something else. But Kung Fu Panda gonna sit there and say, "Well, after they talked about it, and Melody said, "Well, you still saying your mama was right? I said she was wrong. I said both of y'all was wrong. That's what we talking about. You keep on taking up for your mother." And Melody was just done with it. She was done with it. Then here comes Kung Fu Panda, like the Twinkie sugar explode. She said, "I apologize, but I want to talk about." See, that's what I'm talking about. They did reruns, but see, let me tell you one thing about Carlos and them. They do reruns back on everybody else, but why didn't you rerun that back when they went to the opening of the store and she was in there hollering, "Find your baby daddy, Montel. You better get a blood test because that ain't your baby. Find your baby daddy." You didn't run that back, did you? To refresh their memory. You didn't run that back though, did you? But Kung Fu Panda sit up there and lied and said she never said that out her mouth. She was talking about Melody. If it moves like a snake and walk like a duck, it's a snake. Trying to tell y'all push that like button. It's 404 y'all in here. Push that like button. But what got me is this. I'm bringing it back like I told y'all today because y'all know I do half and half. The only thing my soul kept on saying was, you don't admit when you're doing something wrong. And I kept that puzzle me, trying to figure out what he was talking about. Y'all know I got to talking and I done behind everything. And I tried to figure out what he was talking about. I'm going to break it down for y'all. Melody broke the group. What was going on with them? He's mad because can't cheat no more. Because of stuff that happened to Montel. All eyes on them. See, our eyes weren't on them at first. So that's why they keep on Mel. They're saying Mel. They want her to admit to her that they want her to admit that she broke the group. That's all about. They want her to admit that she broke the group because Mel left. And when she left and everything came out on Montel, the picture was on Maurice and Maso. Now they can't do what they've been doing. See, all of them was cheating. Allegedly. All of them was cheating. And see, by Melody got out, now all eyes on them. And he keep on saying, you want to admit to the stuff that you did. And if you watched it last week, Tisha said, Melody was the one to put all their business out there. And Montel had pictures and everything out there. They mad at Melody. We about the combat group, and they mad at Melody because she left the group. Because remember they was trying to get Melody and Montel back together. And Carlos said that he didn't want Melody and Montel get a divorce. He wanted them to stay together and work it out. They was behind scene. Everybody was trying to get Melody and Montel back together, and Melody was done. They can't do what they was doing at first because all eyes on them. They can't cheat in peace. All eyes on them. The wife can't let them cheat in peace no more. All eyes is on them. That's my opinion, and that's what I got. He kept on saying, you want to admit to the things that you do. And Mel said, what did I do? Name it. What did I do? He just kept on saying it. Now, if somebody tell you to say it and you don't say it, that means you're lying or something that you don't want nobody to know. Let me turn this off, y'all. I figured it out and I said that was what was going on. Why would Tisha think that a naked picture and your husband liking it and putting a heart on it on the ass, he ain't never hit it? This is what she said. And somebody said it, somebody hit it on the nose in the comment, been saying it from day one. If Tisha don't see him in the ocean, in the motion, doing it, she ain't gonna believe it. And that's what she said. She said, I got to see it. And this is what this fool said. I'm glad wasn't no sex going on, stupid. At that moment, I wanted to jump through that screen and say, poop, and wake her up. Because she really think this ninja never tapped it. But this girl sending naked pictures to him. I can't make it up. I cannot make this up. I can't. At all. She really think that he never cheat. But you hold on to this lie for years and said he never cheated. You never had infidelity like that in your relationship, in your marriage. Yes, you did. You lied. If you let him cheat in peace, say so. Now they're trying to blame all the mess on Kiki. Then they're talking about, Kiki, would you come here? Did you come over here just to tell that? Kiki said, I won't hide nothing from nobody. Tisha lied and said she didn't know that Kiki was going to film. And Kiki said, I told her. And guess who admit to that she did tell her? Tisha. The whole time on the show, she said that she come sneak behind her back and she didn't know. The whole time. And Kiki said, I didn't lie. I told you what I said. She said, no, Kiki didn't tell me what she said. She told me what everybody else has said. And here's Kimmy sitting back there. And Kimmy know daggone well what was said. She better stop lying. Kimmy, you better stop lying. Kimmy know it was Stormy that was talking about Tisha like a dog. But Kimmy gonna hold on to that lie. She gonna hold on to that lie. No, she wrong. See, these people different from me. If I'm fighting for my life and I know I got to see, I don't care who you are. I ain't saving nobody. I got to save myself. Lord, I'm telling the truth. I ain't lying for nobody. And I tell them before we get there, don't look for me to lie for you. Don't look for me to lie for you because I'm praying. I'm praying for a miracle. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie for nobody's ass. When you sink, you're going to go down the water by yourself. She tried to save Maurice's face because she don't want people to think he's a cheater. She know he cheated. He cheated with her. All on cheater. And Kimmy don't want her stuff to come out. She don't want nobody to know that she was messing with him when he was married. Newsflash, you didn't get the memo. We already know. Because Montel said it. And you know who sat there and laughed at it? Maso. Boop. These people, lierism, fakerism, the whole place is a fake. The whole life is a fake. Everything is a fake. Fakerism. Nobody took accountability. My soul didn't take accountability for the cheating. Kung Fu Panda didn't take accountability for talking about Sugar Mama. Nobody took accountability. Not even Carlos. There was a hot seat, but let me tell y'all one thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. Carlos told them how much to say and how much not to say. Trust me. Because in no way in the world you can move so fast from one thing to another. You move from him cheating, then you move to the kids. He just kept on moving. They kept on moving. I was like, what in the world? Then you bring people out. You move and bring people out. I'm just like, okay, what is the world going on? What is going on? It makes no sense. Nobody took accountability. This was Kung Fu Panda time to say, yes, I did say it. I was in the moment. I was trying to be fun. I was being stupid, like I always am. But I want to apologize to you and my Melody and Martell deeply. No excuse. Everybody was making an excuse on that stage. And then, so Carlos said, so nobody gonna see that she was wrong. Nobody. And Kimmy said, hold on, wait a minute. Can't speak for me. Can't speak for me. Kung Fu Panda come out her mouth with a bunch of stuff that should not come out of her mouth. And then, what I didn't like, then Kimmy gonna throw, but that's the shit I don't like. There's something I do not like. You supposed to call a spade a spade. You could have kept on going and could you left it as that. But you're going to try to throw a little bit in there, try to make it not seem so bad. She wrong, she wrong. Admit to your wrong. These people cannot say, I did it. Yeah, I did it. When the rap sheet came out, oh, that ain't me. That's your name. Your picture up there. That ain't me. I ain't do that. Then Maso come out. Well, the baby, it was the baby. The baby took some lipstick. The baby took some chapstick. You said it wasn't her. So, God, these people, I'm going to drop the link. I can't no more. I can't no more. The rules for the, I'm going to drop the link. Anybody got something to say? Because this is crazy. Somebody had to help me understand these people. Okay, maybe I don't know what cheating is. Maybe if you send a naked picture, you ain't slept with her. Whew, geez. And I believe it was more than one naked picture. And then you're going to put a hot on my ass? Come on now. Let me get the rules down. We're going to speak one at a time. Whoever's speaking, if a chat comes, super chat come through or super sticker, you're going to say it. You're going to hear this. That means a super chat. So you can go ahead and say it and read it and say how much it is. So if I got it, I have to do it. If whoever else got it, they have to do it. So I'm going to drop the link now, everyone. Hold on, somebody send me some tea. Hold up for a minute. Soon I pull it up, I'll let y'all know what it is. Somebody just send it through my DM. Let me start to drop the link first, then I'll finish reading it. And whoever's talking, after they get finished, if it's something to share, I will share it with y'all. I don't know what they sending me, but it's something about Marceau label, his trademark. I don't know if I don't know what's going on. Is Keisha out here? Oh, I dropped the link, y'all. Anybody want to come up? You can come up. I dropped the link. Oh my gracious. Black is not trademark. So you tell me these people, I told y'all I can't no more with these people. This lady she said that black is not trademark. It belongs to somebody else. This is crazy. I have to read this later and bring this tea to y'all later. Because I don't know, it's different people using it. I have to go into it's a lot of dates and there's a lot of who Jesus. These people I told y'all the fake arisen. Hi, good morning.
Hello.
How y'all ladies doing?
Good, and yourself?
Who Jesus, these people. Can y'all help me understand that maybe I got cheating different then.
No, you didn't get it different. And I want to say that Tisha was very well prepped and prepared for the reunion. I didn't like.
Tell me.
You hit the nail dead on. I didn't like that. Everybody, Stevie Wonder could see that she was prepped for the reunion. Tisha ain't never been that confident in her since I've been looking at the show, season 1.
But you notice she always. Oh, go ahead, I
am. Carlos has something to do with that.
Absolutely. I totally agree. But can I speak on one more thing and then I'll probably drop on back down. But I did look at what you call a Kung Fu Panda and Betty's live last week. And Betty made a statement and she said that Mel said the word on the street in Huntsville, because Huntsville is small, that Mel, they needed another couple and said that Mel didn't want Stormy to be up there because she was ghetto. Where do y'all think they getting this information from?
Kung Fu Panda.
No.
And Marcel.
No.
And Carlos.
Destiny. Destiny is the person that went back and told all those lies on Melody because Ugly Betty said that I love Destiny. I love Destiny. Destiny got all this stuff stirred up. But my thing is, if she thought that was what Mel said, instead of putting that mess online, you should call Mel and say, hey, is this what you said about my daughter? If you felt that you need to take up for her, that's all she had to do.
Yeah, you got to call your super chat out. I'm reading.
I don't see it.
She went so fast. Nobody said you got to. I don't know how to slow this thing. This thing was so fast. I don't see it either.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I did see it, but it goes so fast. These things go so fast.
Yeah, but Destiny is the one that's got that stuff stirred up. Because if we go back to Galentine's, the way she saw Stormy and Mel when they walked in, Destiny looked like she could went through both of them. So now that Stormy wants to be Destiny's friend after begging, this is her payback to all of them.
No, but you know what? I think it's Carlos, because Carlos trying to make Stormy the face of Love and Marriage Huntsville. The reason why I say that is because, do you remember when everybody jumped on Carlos and Save a Hoe came through? She said, Carlos, thank you for the opportunity you gave me and all this, and y'all really gonna see what I've really been through, and y'all gonna really be shocked. Cause they know Melody is I believe, in my opinion, this is her last season. She got big things. She has big things. Gritter is boring for her right now.
Stormy can't carry that show.
She can't. But this is what. Let me tell you. Carlo is a dollar runner.
A master manipulator. You know.
Yeah, he'll try. So that's what he's trying to get us to be on Stormy's side. So Stormy can have the same supporters that Melody did. Because that would bring onto the show. But see, she done messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So now he don't know what he gonna do. So now he don't know if he gonna try to put these people in front or those people in front. But I'm gonna tell you this now. He kept on. I never seen no show like that because see, when I look at Andy Cohen show, when I look at his show, when something's juicy, he gonna keep on asking. Mm-hmm. He gonna keep on asking. Carlos let them argue back and forth, cut each other off. Melody was trying to talk. He didn't care if Tisha was cutting Melody off. He didn't say nothing. My soul kept on saying stuff. He didn't. For Melody could not talk. He didn't say anything.
But you know what? I think I'm looking at it slightly a little different. I'm looking at it like, okay, I feel like Colin, because he's been getting the heat from everybody. So I feel like he had a little meeting with him. Mm-hmm. I feel like he told him, I'm gonna have to come a little hard for you. I don't feel like he told him what he was gonna say, because let me tell you the reason why I say that. Because when he was coming at Tisha, when he kind of like switched on Tisha and started asking her hard questions, you could see it in her face. She was about to bust. She knew he was going to come with some things, but I don't think she knew he was going to come that hard, because the reason why I say that, she got so twisted up in what she wanted to say. And she said the last thing I know she wanted to say was bring up that Africa trip. So when she brought that up, that made her look even stupider, because if you look at her husband's face when she brought it up, he was like, oh my gosh, she finna, really look stupid. Because I think he warned them. I just don't think he told them how hard he was going to go in. And that's why she was pouting, looked like she was about to bust out of that dress, because of the hard questions he was throwing at him. And going to Kimmy, the same thing. I don't think she thought that he was going to come at them as hard. That's why she got so twisted up and saying, oh, he was doing this, before we got together, they were doing that, and I used to tell him to keep it down. So you pretty much told right then that you was the side woman. So what he did was he threw them hard questions at him. It got him so twisted up. They brought up the last things that they wanted to bring up. So I really don't think he coached them. I think he told them that he was going to have to hit them a little hard. But the questions that he hit them with, I don't think they was expecting, because of the response they made themselves look even stupider. Because Tisha didn't want to bring up that Africa trip, all the slight she done got on about that. But that's the first thing slipped out of her mouth, because she was so twisted up and nervous, because she didn't know that Carlos was going to come at them as hard as he did.
Yeah. Did you see that look she gave Kimmy whenever he asked her, would you let your husband go to Africa? No. Before he could finish, Tisha looked at Kimmy like, you stupid. You know what? I could just,
But I tell you one thing.
Like, you ain't have my bag.
I tell you one thing. I tell you one thing. I just want to say this, and somebody else could talk. Carlos, stop playing in our face. You doing the Martell on us. Martell, when he did all of that crazy crap when he had the kids, he knew that was gonna throw Mel and her man off their thing that they had going. So what you think you did was, you're not gonna give me a spoon. Somebody got some noise going on. You're not gonna give me a spoonful of rice and tell me I'm full. You let them, you threw out a little stuff. You didn't let Mel answer anything. So what you feel like everybody gonna be like, oh, Carlos did a good job. He asked some good questions, and nah, you just gave me a spoonful of rice and I'm not full. I saw right through it. Everybody want to cry now. Everybody want to get emotional. But what about all the tears Mel was crying all these years? I don't care about your tears. Now, I do feel like it came from your heart because he made me cry when he told Martell that he was worried about his mental. I felt that. I really felt that he was genuine about that. But
Yeah,
that
so you
other
know what I was
stuff,
talking about this morning, right? So when I say this evening, you knew what I was talking about at 12
yeah,
o'clock.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I caught it. So
Mhm.
that's why I say, you can't just give me a spoonful of rice and tell me I'm full. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. You doing that to save face. Your butt was on fire just like the Scots was on fire. So you had to cool it off. But you did a sloppy job, buddy. You did a sloppy job. You still did not allow Melanie to get out clearly what she was trying to. You allowed them to do it. And for everybody that's on his team and say he don't want to be Andy Cohen, he do. What are he doing different than Andy do? The only thing you do, you go in there and check the temperature just like Andy do before the show. The only thing you did different on your show, you had a DJ. You want to be that man. You interviewed more Bravo castmates than you did on your own shows. You obsessed with that. You obsessed with that man. I don't care who don't like it because I done got a lot of slack about making that statement. I got a lot of slack during the
You
time
right,
that
because it sounds like he competing with him. It seems
he
like
he
that to me.
is. He is. He is. He is. And I had somebody to come, just the second male that came after me, after I made a statement. The first statement, me, Aunt Ann, and another lady was talking. They called us stupid, all of this about caring about the show and all of that. I swallowed that. The other night when they were online and everybody, the bloggers were talking to Mel, one particular blogger, I know
Mm.
he was coming for me. I meant what I said when I said Carlos wants to be Andy. He do. Miss Van, Melanie, I just want to say this, baby. Everybody that wear your t-shirt don't love you. Everybody that push your book don't love you. Let me tell you something. Y'all started
They
with
just want
garden
an
snakes.
interview.
Y'all started with garden
Yeah.
snakes when y'all helped the Scots, and y'all turned them into anacondas. And what they did, try to bite your head off. So let me tell you something, baby. Don't let everybody come up on your back for clicks and likes. All of these female bloggers, they are for you. They are for you guys because we can relate to each other because we are women. When men go to speaking about our feelings, I get offended because you were not born a woman. I am a woman. I can speak on my feelings. And if I feel a certain way about a man, I'm going to say I can't speak and tell another man how they should feel because I'm not a man. So don't speak on me. Don't speak on how I say what I say. So when Melanie and Miss Van, when they offer you your flowers, baby, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go. Make sure it's not poison ivy and don't have thorns on your flowers. So be careful who the flowers you accept flowers from, because all of them are not for you. Make sure it's not poison ivy. Next.
Woo woo. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, go ahead. I just had to shut the super chat. Go ahead. Who's next?
Okay, can I jump in right
Hey,
quick?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm
Hey, how
sorry.
you
I'm sorry.
doing?
I'm
hey,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You've
hey,
been waiting for
Ann,
No,
your
I
no.
mic.
wanted
Was
to ask
somebody
you a
else about to
question.
go?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I wanted to ask you, did you hear in the Mel did a live with somebody and they asked her about her filming with people and she was like, yeah, you see me filming with Tiffany and you see me filming with other people, but she never mentioned Letitia and certain people. But when they was on the reunion, Carlos asked her, "Do you see yourself getting back with these people?"
He
And she was
sure
like, "No,
did.
I don't see it. I don't see it." So that
He was
makes
like, he
me
was just,
wonder who she
yeah.
filming with this season.
The people who she
Mhm.
want to film with. Did you notice when he was
Fact.
like, "Wow"? He said, "It never got this way that y'all cannot come together. I just like the all six of y'all. It ain't like that no more. You don't sit down and break bread with a snake that kept on biting you, and you got the venom out you, and you want me to get the venom back in me? No, sir."
Hey, Miss Ann.
Uh-huh. How you
Hey, this
doing?
is Miss Natalie talking.
How you doing, Miss Natalie?
I'm
How you
doing
doing?
fine. I wanted to just jump in and say this. It's the level of dysfunction in their marriage for me.
Mm,
It's when Tisha gave the excuse when you remember the first episode when she was talking and Martell she was talking about when Marcel went to Africa and Martell
yeah.
cut in and said, "Oh, is that why he went to Africa?" And she was saying, "Well, he
Mm-hmm.
went because he was feeling depressed and the lawsuit was weighing on him and he just needed to get away." And I was saying to myself as she said
Stress.
that, Tisha, that's so dysfunctional. When you marry, you cleave to your spouse. When you're
Yeah.
down and going through things, that's when you lean on your spouse the most. The love and support there is what gets you through coming, from your spouse. You all are each other's support system. You don't run off to the other side of the world. And so it's just the level of dysfunction in the marriage is so severe that she bought that as an excuse. So
Yeah.
anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because when she said that, that just literally blew my mind. That he gave her that and that calmed things down. Okay, well he was going through something. Okay, I'll let it ride. No, I would have
Did
still been
yeah.
livid. No, that's when you need me the most. When you feeling like
Yeah.
this.
But did you catch her? Did she tell her? Did you catch her when she told her stuff last week? See, they've been telling us on their stuff for the last 2 weeks. They said they weren't in a lawsuit. What did Tisha say?
The lawsuit was weighing on them, and
Hello.
that's all she do is
And
lie.
line and line Kung Fu Panda said the same thing. Ain't no lawsuit.
hmm
Ain't no lawsuit. See, hey Miss Hannah, how you doing?
Hey, Aunt Ann, I'm glad to be on your show today with all
I
the.
miss you.
I know I've been under the weather, but sometimes I get on somebody else's channel, then Ann, you be over here chit chatting, and I done miss Aunt Ann, but I'm here today though. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for coming.
I miss you.
I miss y'all too, and y'all stay safe out there now. Wear your mask and all that good stuff. But I do think that Letitia is like Destiny, a pathological liar. She lied and
Mm-hmm.
said that Kiki was never on that show, and she know that Kiki was on that show when they did the Brown Girls. What was it? It was a little event that they did
Event.
for young kids, and then she sat there and said that Kiki was never on the show. She lied to an interviewer. I don't know if she thought the man didn't watch the show or the viewers didn't watch the show or what. And then she lied, like you said, about the cheating. She been lying about the lawsuit. She is a pathological liar. And I think that's why Melody probably don't want to have nothing else to do with her and Marcel.
I
So
wouldn't
it's
either.
that's one of I'm just gonna say because of their underhandedness. And then she sit there
Mm-hmm.
on the stage in line and say Miss Wanda didn't say what she said when everybody that was on social media saw it. They showed it on the show, so they know. And she's still lying about it.
She's still.
And she lied
Somebody,
about what
somebody need to give Wanda some crazy glue and tell her to glue them teeth in because first of all she needed to get a mustache, half shave a mustache, and them teeth was about to fall out the whole time. She kept pushing them back in. I think she needs some crazy glue or gorilla glue because something need to be done about that.
but
And
let
her
me say
wig was off track.
I'm gonna also say I don't think Tisha was that Carlos prepared them and gave them no notice. I think that where he probably gave them notice when he put them on Blast Street when he told about the pact that he had made with them when he interviewed them. That's when they knew they better get ready for these questions. And
Mhm.
Carlos did not care because last year he tried to he shocked Mel pulling that mess out about coleslaw. This year he got them, Kimmy included. He got them all.
Because he was getting ate up, everybody was eating him up, so he was under fire. He had to turn it around. He just didn't tell them exactly how hard those. I'm telling you, that's why they were so twisted up, and they said things that I know they didn't really want to say. They didn't want to bring up that stuff, but he caught them off guard, and by them Tisha not being the smartest, the sharpest tool in the shed, so that's what she blurted out of her mouth, just like the African trip, That's the last thing you should have brought up. Your husband's facial expression showed that he knew you messed up when you said that. It's crazy. They're crazy.
His face told everything. His face just said guilt.
Exactly. And he don't care. He laughed.
Crazy.
He laughed.
Yeah. He got like this smirk, and it's kind of like, it's weird. It's disgusting. It's like,
it is.
It's creepy.
Like, y'all can be mad all y'all want. Tisha not gonna leave me. Tisha don't care. Y'all can say what y'all want.
Exactly. That's what I picked up too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He already know that. And it's so crazy. Why would you go all the way to Africa and you done messed these people building up and you made you
I wonder if Tisha ever seen the pictures of the trip. If he really went to Africa.
No, Africa. Because you're gonna be out of a lot of money.
Tore everything up. You just tore everything up and took the people equipment with him.
Ain't no way I would have sat right. I would have went maybe to Detroit, but there's no way I would have spent all that money going to Africa, knowing that I've done it. Yeah. It's crazy. That's how they think, though. It's crazy. Now we don't even know if he was really in Africa.
I'm gonna ask y'all something while I got y'all up here. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember when he went to Africa and he took a picture with a white lady and she was standing behind him?
I ain't seen that.
I saw it, and that lady worked for him.
I'm not crazy. It was he took it. Somebody flashed it. It was up there. So a YouTuber did it, but when people went back to look at it, he took it down. Because sometimes people make a mistake and put stuff up and then go and take it down.
But somebody just said the lady worked for him.
Yeah, I said the lady worked for us. She didn't take pictures.
I got a picture. Somebody DM me a picture, and I'm trying to match these pictures together. That's why I'm looking for that picture.
Oh, please! I hope you find it. Tisha ain't gonna believe it though. So,
and go to Maurice's page, Instagram, all the way down to the bottom. That lady is on there. They were at a wedding or something. He may have taken it down by now, but that was years ago. Before maybe 5-6 years ago, but that same lady on there.
How she
got her picture. I'm looking for the Africa picture because it was a girl. He took my hand. He was at the Africa and he was smiling, and you can see half of his face, his hair under his neck, and he hold the camera up, and it was the white girl behind him, like she was had her arms like that around him. I said, well, is that a fan or something? So how he would know somebody in Africa?
Exactly.
They all are part of the creep squad.
Okay, 2.0.
Yeah.
The younger version, because the mother one done got old.
Yeah, but that makes sense though. I think Martell may have put that out because they had too many details about when that girl showed up and what they were doing and everything. So Martell worked with him closely at Scope, and they probably were doing basically the same mess.
Oh, of course.
But it seemed like Martell is scared to put air their tea. He always hold back. He'll throw these little comments and shade, but he won't say nothing.
But you know what? The way
you need that money.
But the way he throw it, anybody with common sense can pick up. If you sit there and tell me, if somebody asks my
not
husband,
Letitia.
Oh well, well, I ain't gonna speak on that. We got a pack. That's telling me right there that he doing something. You don't have to tell me exactly what. You just told me indirectly that yes, you and my man is doing the same thing, but I'm just not gonna tell it. We made a pact.
Mm-hmm.
She just don't get. I don't know. I mean, Tisha just makes my nerves bad.
Yeah.
I don't. What I'm thinking is that I'm trying to say something, not to say it, but what I'm
Speak on
thinking
it,
that
Auntie.
she they let them cheat. That's what those people do in basketball and stuff. That's what I think that's what it is.
Mm. I was raised by
Because
my grandmother, and she used to say
mm,
women can be weak minded towards men. I mean, and I don't know. I just I don't see it. She's just totally blind with everything he does. If he say he didn't do it, that's
mhm.
what she's going with. He didn't do it.
Well, she not weak minded. She in a coma.
Yeah.
She on life support. No, she on life support. But you know what? She got those kids and no job. Yeah, you got all of this education, but if he walk out the day of tomorrow, how you gonna feed your kids? What you gonna do? What you gonna do to buy the clothes? How you gonna live? Because you totally dependent on his income because you don't have a job and you ain't billing nothing because y'all tied up in all these lawsuits. So
Well,
she gonna have to bite the bullet now. I guess she done stayed for what 13 years. She say 16, whatever. I mean, come on, man. She and her mama got a boyfriend and a husband. So come on, she gonna stay there. She
hi,
gonna
this
stay
is
there.
Deary, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey, Dory, how
How
you
you
doing?
doing?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to kind of peep in real quick, and I was just gonna go back down and listen
You
because I'm out and
fine?
about.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she said that because for me, I don't know when I did my review, I had taken a lot of medicine. I was on some steroids, so baby, I was in it. And my whole thing is what you just said is exactly what I was saying to Tisha. Like you got to strap up your boots, girl, and you need to. You can have your own independence in a marriage. You can have your own identity. Like if Marceau leaves her today or tomorrow, she has nothing. Those degrees don't mean anything without any type of if you don't have the work to follow behind it. You can
Talk
get somebody with a bachelor's, and as long as they have went and they've used that and have the work experience, they're going to get hired before her, and then the company will.
exactly.
Yeah, so that was my whole thing. And like what I can and my viewers, I don't care what they say, but this one I had to check her. I had to check her because she was just like, oh my goodness. She was like, I don't think Tisha should leave her husband. And I'm like, I didn't say she need to leave her husband. Did you listen to my whole review? My thing is this. Tisha needs to understand that there's nobody in this world that's guaranteed to her. Not her children, not no
Come
man,
on,
her mama. The only person is God. And
come
God
on,
wants you to help yourself.
come on, come on. You
God
better
wants you
speak.
to help yourself. So she can be, and this is what I talked to her for a minute, and she can listen to it or not. But you need to really get yourself together. And she needs to, the man been saying it to her face. You need to have your own. That's what Marceau finds attractive. A woman that's a boss. That's
Preach,
it.
girl. You
A
better
woman
preach.
that's a boss. You're not a boss. You're whiny. I don't even know how he deal with it. And I seen how he looked. He tried not to look at Mel. He tried not to.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember what picture it was I've seen on somebody's channel where he had his hands on Mel's leg. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but it wasn't anything sexual, but Marceau could never be Martell's real friend because Marceau won't
He
why
sure
he gonna help
does.
Martell?
He left
He
after
gonna
her.
help Martell leave what he has. I could go on and that, but first of all, I want to come on here to say, out of everybody on there, with the exception of Melody, Kimmy, I want to just ask Kimmy, what was she doing? You were already self-made. You already had your career. You had this. Kimmy is walking away
Oh.
with her character on the floor,
You better talk.
with
Mm-hmm.
her character.
Yep.
And I just want to
Yep.
ask her, like, was it
She's
worth
becoming
it?
a Tisha.
Oh,
Exactly. She
she's
already
worse than
Tisha.
a Tisha. You know why she's worse than at least Tisha was like that from the beginning. She came
Yeah,
through
that's true.
showing us who she was. But my thing with Kimmy is, like I said on my, I'm sorry, that's my ring. I'm so sorry, guys. My whole thing with Kimmy is you really got to pump your brakes when you come to mail. You got to pump your brakes because I had already peeped her from the beginning when everything was coming out about AC. Martell stopped by Kimmy's house while Maurice wasn't there, and they were in the kitchen. I tried to go back and find that clip. I couldn't remember the season, but it was like really in the beginning.
I know
They
what you're talking about.
Yes, when she was, you would think she would have did what Destiny did in Madani when Martell told her that's the reason why she in the situation she in with her mouth.
Yep.
She Kimmy never said you wrong for what you did to Mel. She was talking to him saying he needs to talk to AC and all of this stuff. And I
And
love
still and
And
still
she
telling
kept
him he was
saying
a good
Martell is
guy
a great
too.
guy.
Yeah,
He's
because
a
I
great
think
guy.
brown skin. I think brown skin. Did you have a picture? Was you or Ebony had that picture? When he was looking at Melody, he kept his eyes on Melody. Who did a video on that?
I don't.
I think it
I
was
think it was
I
Ebony.
Cameron. Was
I
it
might
Cameron?
have. I can't recall.
I think that was Cameron because she had some videos clips where she was posted with his eyes was like this is
Okay,
zoomed in
that
on
must be
Mel.
that was Carmen. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Carmen Real. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's my whole point. My whole point to Kimmy is was it worth it? Because what these
Agree.
people do not understand, like Auntie said, that Marceau is so afraid because they know when this show's ends. And Carlos said that when he was speaking with the Rouse guy. The point is that this it don't matter if you are on a reality show or a television show, you have to leave your character and your name and your word intact. And
Hmm.
the reason why I'm not talking about Maurice and Marceau and Tisha, they've never had any character anyway. So it really doesn't matter with those clowns, you
Fact.
know. Exactly. So for me, Kimmy, then I'm not mad with Kimmy, but I'm just saying she need to tread lightly when it comes to Mel because we giving her grace. We giving her grace, but we'll take that G off of grace and give her a race. So she better, you know, yeah,
Ooh.
she
Hey.
gonna need to get it
Agree.
together because we're not the one. And I'm gonna tell you something else I said on my review. I'm tired of Tisha having. I want to call her Keisha because she act like a Keisha. I'm tired of her having big, big D energy. You got all this energy. You want to pump, pump, pump up, but you just like the people that I had in my life. I go out with somebody, they do all this talking, and then I got to end up doing all the fighting for you and me.
Right.
Okay, just
Wait a
because
minute,
you
you say
fall.
she act like a Keisha. I'm a Keisha. How Keisha's act?
Well, Keisha, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I'll tell you because I ain't never scared. I'm from Florida, baby, all day on the crooked line letter. The Keishas that I know, they straight like whoop de whoop de whoop, wop de wop, and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And the Keishas that I know, they will fight. But that's why she'll
Yeah.
Tisha. She'll Tisha when she don't want to fight, but she got out that mouth like a Keisha.
Facts.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
You
okay.
know.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fact.
Okay.
But if it was bad, Auntie, I still tell you. I still tell you, Auntie, if it was bad. But at the end of the day, for me, with these people, I'm so over this. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to get the same bull crap because Carlos, and like I told Carlos on the review, you're part of the cast.
Yeah, he playing in our face. Well, he playing in their face because I peeped it. He ain't playing in my face.
He's
I
part
peeped.
of the cast. You know why I feel he's part of the cast? Because of the fact that the way he acts, he's acting like he's trying to be friends, and like I told him. But like I said, Martell and Melody understood their assignments. Melody came with her information, and Martell knew that he ain't had nothing to lose because he hadn't take that many seasons. So he was in there supposed to act like he was crazy and all that stuff. So Martell he understood his assignment. hmm So that's my whole thing, and it's just like for me, I'm glad the second season came out because the first season was lackluster. You know, I
Yeah.
just don't. Mm-mm.
But
I
you
don't
know, a lot of the
understand.
people in the comments was making the comments that I didn't like about saying about Mel talking about how she came out being nasty, and how you gonna be a producer and you come out being this lady done endured all the years it's been on. She was living her true life. She was on a reality show. Her life was reality. That was reality, that what was going on in her life. So y'all drug her, y'all laugh, y'all made little lives and all of this about this lady all of this time. She's tired now, and y'all still want her to come and be, because she can't be phony, because the phoniness is not in her. So you want her to come and gee gaga and just walk out there proud and happy to see y'all. She don't really want to be in y'all presence. She don't want to film with y'all. So for y'all ladies, some of the ladies, I just don't understand what kind of energy y'all wanted her to put off. She had them peep the energy on Carlos. She already know he ain't to be trusted. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why be phony? She was tired. She was about to bust. She had to release, but they wouldn't give her the opportunity to release the way she needed to release, because half of the time you couldn't hear what she was trying to say.
Right.
You know,
Carlos allowed everyone to
he
overtalk her.
played in our
Yeah,
face.
especially Marcel and Letitia, they was the loudest on the stage.
Constantly
And the
over
brokest,
talking.
the loudest and the
Yeah.
brokest, the loudest and the
It's
brokest.
usually the brokest that be the loudest. So
Okay,
yep, it
better
fit.
be somewhere getting a GoFundMe for them people, because they going to jail. Somebody go if
Mm.
they somebody going to jail, Letitia. And you ain't no stranger to them handcuffs. So
Mhm.
my son, and he don't care because everything in your name. So
Right.
What did y'all
he
think
don't care.
about the way?
A
What
fact.
What did y'all think about Melody expression on her face when he was talking about Martell? He was concerned about Martell mental health. That he
She's
was showing.
concerned too.
I
Yeah.
Ooh.
personally think
This
that
is
they
go
clipped it
ahead,
from something else.
huh?
I think they clipped it from something else. I don't think she's
I'm
gonna
with
actually
you
be
because you
saying.
said it the other day. I'm with you. They keep on taking clips, and I think you said it the other day. And Tay said they keep on taking clips from clips, and they just like sticking them together. You don't know what. You be like, okay,
What's
wait,
from what exactly?
yeah.
I think
But
her crying was from when Kimmy was talking about what was going on with her. I think that's the but they
that's
pieced it
probably
with the
what it
whole
is.
they pieced it with the whole Martell thing. Now that's just my opinion. We'll see how it plays out, but
But you know
I
what?
think that's what it is.
And another thing that they did I didn't like, they clipped in. Okay, remember when the first reunion, when they were talking to Kiki, and they were talking, Tisha was talking about Mel asking her to pull records or some kind of stuff, whatever she was talking
Mhm.
about. And then when Tisha jumped up and Carlos went running behind her, they zoomed in on Mel's face, and it made her look like she was looking at Kiki like, how dare you told her. It's just the expression that she had, which I know that's probably a whole nother scene, but they tried to put that out there to
Mhm.
make it look like Mel was pissed off with Kiki about what was just said.
What was
Because
said?
if you look at
Like
it, if
she
you
told
look at
on
it,
her.
her face is, they zoomed in, and it was just like she turned her head like she was looking at Kiki like she was really pissed off, which I know that wasn't, the deal, but that's the picture they tried to paint on her. That's why I know Carlos is still being shady and still playing in our face. He got to okay all of these cuts and clips and all of that. So he knew that was going to make her look like that. So
Yep. And
that's why I peeped that.
like someone has said earlier, my opinion when it comes to Carlos, I feel like he prepped Tisha. I feel like he told her, like, listen, I'm gonna have to come hard. So he like prepped her on some, these are the things I might touch on. Because she didn't seem like she flinched when it came to a lot of the things that were thrown at
I
her.
know. I thought
She
I was the only
like
one. Yeah.
the only time she flinched was when Martell was like, "Oh, is that why he went to Africa?" Then you see her get all mad and she turned around.
Mm-hmm.
That was a curveball because she didn't expect that. But
Yep.
if you watch her answers and her body language and all of that when Carlos is questioning her, even though it's the hard, quote unquote, hard questions, she doesn't really flinch, which tells me she was well prepared because Tisha's that emotional crybaby, like, I can't believe you asked me that type. There's no way. There's no way.
So you think she purposely blurted out that Africa thing after she had been drugged around the world and back. So
No,
because the way she was getting so twisted up after that,
Mhm.
that she blurted that out. And
Now
I
I
know
think
that
she
should have been the last thing she wanted to do.
right. I think it could be one or two things. The thing is with Tisha, and that's why Marceau kind of hovers over her, because she doesn't know how to keep things in a certain
Exactly.
perspective, or she doesn't know how to veer conversations the way he knows how to so
Right.
well. So
Yeah.
he always
Yeah.
helicopters over her, and that's why she always turns and looks like, "Did I do good? Huh? Did I do all right?"
Mm-hmm.
So I
And
feel like it's
he
one of
look at her
those things,
crazy when she be like, "Oh, can I talk?"
right?
He'll look at
So
her like,
right, like how dare you want to talk? You know you can't speak. But I think it's either it's either she blurted it out, and it was one of those things where it was like she didn't mean to, but she did anyways because she can't, get herself together. Or it could have been a thing where in her mind she thought she could justify it. But the thing is, when we know what we know and we can see through what we can see through, it doesn't matter how you try to justify it. You can't make a circle or a square fit into a circle or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not going to fit for us because we know that that's a lie. But I think in her head, she may have said it like, oh, even if she did prepare and say it purposely, I feel
Yeah.
like she thought she could change our minds on what the reasoning for
I
the
think the
But what
writing
about Kimmy
was
then?
on. I'm sorry,
What
the
about
writing was
Kimmy?
on the wall when Carlos let the cat out of the bag about that pat he made. So they started preparing themselves right then and there. They knew that Wanda had got in trouble about all the stuff that she was saying, and
Oh
they
yeah.
knew that Melody was meeting with executives. They knew that
Oh
they were
yeah.
they were going to have some hard questions to them. And the only
I agree
reason
with that.
Letitia bought up about that African trip is because they really want to hide that lawsuit. So she switched from the lawsuit. Oh, that is one of the reasons why he went to Africa, because he was so stressed out. So those are tied in there together. But which one is most embarrassing to her? The
Both.
Africa
It should be
or,
both.
but I'm saying
should be both.
to her is that lawsuit, because you're talking about $5.5 million. You're talking about you are a loser. You are a bad.
And she always talks about how she's a boss.
But what? Okay, so how do you justify?
Let me say one more
How
thing
do you
about this
justify
lawsuit.
that?
Somebody made a
How do you
great
justify
point when they said,
But
How do you
"Oh, I'm
justify
sorry.
Kimmy doing that?
I was just gonna say that somebody made doing what?
How she got twisted up
What
and
did she?
brought up the point about they was doing that down there when before he was not her man then, that they were gathering down in the
Oh,
apartment down there
she.
way before they got
Yeah,
together.
you can't justify it.
But I'm just
They
saying,
cannot justify
I don't think
what
she meant to
they're
blurt it
doing.
out like that. I don't think she meant for that to come
Okay,
out like that. But I feel like Carlos was coming at him so hard that they got
right.
twisted
He
up in their
was.
words.
That could have been true. But the other thing that's about this lawsuit that's so embarrassing is because like one of the bloggers said, they have messed it up for a lot of black builders in Huntsville, because a lot of people are not going to even want to go back to black builders anymore, because they're going to look at the Scots. Scope messed up this whole big project, and who's going to want to trust them? So they know that their business reputation is going to be is on the line. It's a lot that they have to lose when it comes to this. This ain't no little drop in the bucket. This is a big deal that they mess these people
Exactly.
building up, and they're going to be paying for that for a while. And then
Exactly.
he
Sometimes
said it's embarrassing and hurtful.
yeah, sometimes these lawsuits will end a whole business. Like if you don't have the revenue like that or the means to pay it off, these lawsuits sometimes can like could ruin these businesses.
when
So
somebody
you better
said
be
all men don't have money.
I can't hear you.
Some men say, somebody said all men don't have mama issues. The reason why I said that they have mama issues because look at the mama. One mama had 8 kids, and you got 8 kids, and it came out my soul mouth herself. They lived in a barnyard. So if you, your mother with a lot of kids and she cannot take care of you, and different things happen to y'all, it's a mama issue because you
That's
still
right.
angry at your mom because you figured that she didn't do all she could do for you. Look at Montel. When Melody was on that boat and she asked Miss Mamaline, Maybelline, asked her what did she do and what did she consider as whining? When Montel told her that he was bullied at school, why would she think that was whining? Why didn't you comfort him? She said, because that was whining. She said, I was working all these jobs and that was whining. That's a mother issue.
That's exactly right.
Because he wished his mother was there for him.
Exactly.
So he was looking at Melody when Melody would cover for him, make sure he had this, make sure the money was in the house. Melody was a mother figure for him.
Yep.
So once she left, he figured that I don't have nobody.
Oh no, look.
So that's a mother issue. So
Exactly.
now to Carlos, I don't know what's going on with Carlos' life, but I feel that he has a mother issue.
He do. And all of them do. That's why they don't have no respect for their wives. It's almost like they got a resentment for a woman because their first love was supposed to be their mom.
Right.
And by their mom not being there and giving them the proper, love and affection that they were supposed to get, now it's too late. That's why they disrespect women. That's why they go and sleep with woman from woman. They don't have no respect for women, not even the one that they married to. No, not even the ones that gave, birth to their kids. They don't care because they're not connected like that. Because it never was instilled in them. So now it's a lost cause. You get what you get when you
I
get
just
with
want to
them.
say real quick, I have to hop down. Thank you, Aunt Ann, for having me.
Thank you, Brown Skin, for coming. You know I love you.
You know I love you back. Great panel.
Hi, Brown Skin.
How are you?
Fine.
That's good. I'm looking for the video for you because I know I just seen that one that you were talking about.
Mhm.
If I find it, I'll send it your way.
Oh, thank you so much. You're awesome.
You're welcome. All
She
right,
is a
y'all have a
sweetheart.
good one.
You do
You
too,
too. Be
darling.
safe.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Guys, I have a question. I don't know if any of you guys really thought about it. And I know, and you said you've been through a court case, and I just got done with one in February. Do you realize if Melody really wanted to shut Martell down, she could walk away from the show because the only way he's paying for this attorney with the show, because every time you go to court, it costs you money.
Yes, ma'am.
Every time. So if he loses that source of income, he will not be able to even fight her in court. Because every time the attorney goes, I mean, Auntie and whoever and myself, they want money.
They sure do.
So my whole thing is this. Melody is not perfect, but I feel like some of these people out there, you really need to check yourself. Because at the end of the day, for me, you guys don't realize the end of the day is my favorite word, favorite lingo. At the end of the day, for me, you're taking time out of your day and I don't even like the word hate, but my whole thing is if it wasn't for God giving this girl the grace she had, we wouldn't know any of them on the show. We wouldn't know any of them. So why are they so mad? If they want Martell, baby, you can have him. You can have him with them ashy, crusty, dusty lips, looking like he looked like Mr. Ed. He was, when I tell you, you could tell he had been drinking so much because he had cotton mouth. And all I could think about is what AC talking about he do. I said, baby, Cherie is getting them trash lips, baby. Look.
She used to it, honey.
Do you know why
Yeah, that's true.
Martell never drank a lot? Miss Hannah.
Yes.
Martell never drank like he is now. Do you remember he said he didn't even drink?
He sure did.
He sure didn't. Right.
Now, you know he's drinking a lot lately.
Yeah, I think when Mel left him and he realized that she had definitely left him,
Mhm.
He got into a period of depression, and he's turning to alcohol. A lot of people turn to other things, and I guess he was taking up his other time when he was with Melody, going over there sleeping with Coleslaw. That no longer worked for him, so he had to cover it up a different way. He had to cope. That's his coping mechanism. But people don't know alcohol is a depressant, and it's going to make you more depressed.
More depressed,
So
exactly.
he is drinking a lot.
But you know what, Aunt Ann, you hit the nail on the head when you were saying about today about Martell you know, praying for him. Super chat. Wait a minute. Let me see. I think it's on me. Hold on.
Are you hungry, Caleb?
Super chat.
FT. Thank you for the super chat, FT.
FT, yeah.
Yeah.
When you said you really, you know, really touched me today. It really brought me in tears, that prayer, because I felt it, and he really do need it, because it is getting scary. It is getting scary, and now he go to alcohol creeping in. That's gonna be putting all kind of thoughts into his head. You know, we all really do need to pray for him. He really need prayer, and I hope if he listening, you know, he take your advice and go and get help, because he need it. Because if he don't, he's gonna explode.
Anything
He's gonna
comes through. I got
explode.
one for $33, but I wasn't going to Long Beach.
He's gonna
Hey.
explode. He's gonna explode. So we are
Exactly.
gonna have to keep him uplifted in prayer. And that really touched me today. You really sent up a powerful prayer. I needed that today. And I felt, you know, how you say God came into your spirit, and I thought about that thing, and I watched that clip again, and yeah, he hurting. And I really feel that Carlos was heartfelt, you know, when he said, you know, he's really concerned about him. And I really feel like he is. And I really feel like he do try to put on a show. He try to make jokes and be immature to cover up how he really feel. Because Caramel Rowe posted some pictures of like him, Melanie, and him with Coleslaw, and him with Sheree. And you can tell the big difference in the
Yeah.
smile. He is not happy. He's putting on a show. He's trying to save face, and he's losing it. And I pray to God every day he don't lose it on Melanie and those kids. It's getting scary, and it's getting serious, y'all.
This is why I pray, and people in the chat don't understand. Some of them said that pray for Melody, and he too far gone. Let me tell y'all one thing. I want to tell you this while you're up here. When you do things, don't God pull you out?
Oh, yes, he do.
When you call on God, don't he pull you out?
Yes, he do.
But what it makes him different?
Come on.
We know who this man is. But I said the prayer, and God want me to say the prayer, because see, if God come into his heart, he ain't gonna do nothing crazy. See, y'all don't think like that.
Exactly. Come on.
That's why I pray. I ask God to put a fence around Melody and those kids, and I ask God to shift his mind.
Yes,
I don't understand that.
I did. It hit home.
Because if God got control of Montel, ain't nothing he can do, because God ain't gonna let him do anything that bad. And I'm telling y'all, it's a storm coming.
Yes, ma'am.
There is a storm coming over there, and that's why I did what God said. I told you I don't play with the people. I don't play with God. I don't play with RS, and I don't play with my money.
Okay.
I know. Iris make you cry, honey.
So we all that's one people I don't play with. Government.
Iris and some men say Dana. Iris and Dana.
But you know what? It's sad. I wish Montel would have took his L and walked away and just been friends and co-parent with Melody. It would have been better. And like I said, we don't know what might have came out of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He don't want
Because
to hear
God
nothing
has a
because
way.
yes, he
God
could have.
has a way, regardless of what Melody say, whatever God wants. Because
Yep.
I had said that a few months ago, and somebody going, sometimes people be, okay, let me not say that. Okay, I had said, similar to what you were saying, I had prayed and prayed and prayed for Melody, and I said that I wish that God lays his hand on Martell, not for his endeavors, but for him to be able to be whole, for he can be there for his kids.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's what I pray for him. And that's why you hear me laughing when I talk about Martell. Because I don't dislike Martell. I dislike what he has
He
done.
did. Exactly.
That,
Yes. Me too.
that,
Me too.
that's it. I don't dislike Martell. Martell, I could tell you that Martell was hurting and I seen it. But at the same, I'm gonna tell you why, because I love my husband to death. But it's a lot of wounded men out there.
Oh,
It's a
yes.
lot of wounded men. And that person gonna say it's not the mama's fault. Most of the men that I know is because of the mama. I've even had to restructure the way I am with my two boys because of the fact we, like you said, Auntie, there is no manual to come with being a parent.
Exactly.
But
But I'm gonna tell
know,
you, Miss Marlene, regardless of what, she has really not did her part as a mother for that boy.
Sure
Because
enough.
it was a lot of things she could have said to him because he went to her before he did all this crazy stuff.
Yep.
She could have talked to him. Exactly. She could have talked to him. He went to her, and I'm gonna tell you, when she cried a little bit, when she got a little emotional when he told him that they was gonna divorce, if she would have really showed her emotions and really laid in, he probably would have stopped because he was looking at her because he didn't want to hurt her.
Yeah, I did a video on it. I said when he came to you, all you had to do is say, "Look, son, you was wrong. You need to stop all this foolishness. Worry about your children, and
Mm-hmm.
just be there for Melody if she needed." But he can throw that out the window. She
Yeah.
but
ain't
Yeah.
gonna
let me say this.
never.
She always
Yeah,
make an
that's
excuse
true.
for him. She always
She
make an
ain't gonna
excuse.
never. I don't care. His toes grow under his feet, and he got to walk cricket on them. He would never do that. But he
But
can co-parent. And that's what
exactly.
I tell people. I don't care. You're 60 and your children come to you. It's not too late to say, "Look, I won't there for you then, but I'm here for you now. Sit down, son. Let me talk to you."
Exactly.
I don't
Amen.
care you
All of that's
70.
true. Yeah,
I don't care
all of
you
that's true.
80 and you know they're messing up. I won't there for you, but I want you to sit down and I want to tell you something. You acting a whole fool out here. Sit down somewhere and take care of your children and stop going taking Mel to court.
Amen.
You know she's a good mama. Now go somewhere and sit down somewhere.
But you know
But she
what? He
can't do
won't
it.
do that. He
She
won't
can't
do.
do it.
What she do is, oh son, don't worry. Life
Yep.
goes on. You made a mistake. So what? The world don't end, son.
But
You
you
a
know
good
why? Because
son. I
she's
mean,
working. She's at her. She's at her. That's her peak. That's you got to sometimes. And I was told this by my grandmother. God rest her soul. She said, "Baby, sometimes you got to meet a person where they
Who is
at,
oh,
this?
exactly.
and
Who is
then at
this?
that, ma'am.
Who is that right here? The black.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I think she was on earlier.
Okay, let me
She had a
drop her
picture
down.
showing.
No, nothing is on there.
No,
It's just black.
She must have
just black.
left. Mm.
Okay, who I got up here? I got Keisha, Hannah. Okay, that's her then. I think that's oh no. Let me bring her down. Okay, here it is. Thank she's gone.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
good.
Okay, but
So
my
now,
whole thing is, I have
let me say
never.
this, please. Let me say this, please.
Mhm.
Now, remember when Melody and Martell was in that bedroom and Melody was telling him to move out, and he started talking about, well, you're expecting me to be a man, to be something that I never knew, a husband, and I didn't have that as an example. She said,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear all these excuses, because at that point, he was doing counseling, and I know he was going in there and probably wasn't doing nothing. And he also, the Fletchers were talking to him. So Martell was doing all of this stuff because he was getting away with it. And I think his
Exactly.
mom probably told him something too, other than that, and we know she wasn't saying too much good stuff when she told him what was right, and then she say, but you're a good man. She told him, then she say, but you are a good man. And she knew that was a wrong thing to tell him. You're not a good man when you're acting like this. So
Exactly.
Martell, right now, what he's doing is self-medicating with alcohol and all of this other stuff. But he's still going to be in that same position where he wants to use people for his own benefit. He is a user. So I thank Aunt Ann for praying for him, and I pray because you know that these children need their father.
Yes, they do.
Leave him in a position where he's not hurting their mother. And I think Melody is so hurt, not because she loved him, and she don't love him as far as wanting him back for her husband. She just wants him to be a better man, and she told him that. And then last year on the reunion, he told me, I could be a better man, just not for you. See, he's so low down. This is kind of hard.
He's immature.
Oh my
he's
God,
very immature. But you know what? When they were leaving,
coming back with something like that. So yes, pray for him, but hopefully, I don't know. I can't say.
I really think Melanie is concerned about his mental too. Also, when they were leaving that trip that they were on, and she tried to talk to him and kind of like feel, where he's at, because she was like, well, maybe, it's going to be a trip where I may be married or with somebody, and you be married and bring your, wife or whatever, and we all vacation together. You think you'll be all right with that? Huh? And he just held his head down, and he's not, because she's trying to feel it too, because she know he's gonna act the clown. She know who Martell is. She know him better than all of us. So she knows. So she checking that temperature every time she gets around him. She trying to be peaceful. Brought you on the trip, you and your mama. Trying to do the right thing. And then she tried to get a feel of you to let you know, now don't think because you came on the trip is gonna, it's still hope. And that's why she said what she said about her having another man and him having another woman, and they all could do it together. He held his head down. See, he ain't ready for that. He's not ready.
Well, not only he's not ready, he's still Martell. If you look at him, he reminds you of Tank, but in a grown version, because he always want acceptance. It's like I looked at him, and it's like he wanted to have acceptance. He wants somebody to, he was so used to Mel making him look good. And my whole thing was, he kept saying it's about sex, but it was more than just about sex. He wanted to be a man, but he didn't know how to be a man. And so he felt that if he go out there and do that, and, that'll make him feel like a man. I mean, look at how he reacted when he did that first shooting with Real Housewives of Atlanta. He doesn't have the concept that you have to act dignified. Like,
I said it today. Didn't I say that today?
Yep, you said that. Just like Sheree gonna end up losing her job fooling up with Martell.
Yeah. Somebody said that the lawsuit was filed in June 22, and it said the Africa trip was in 21. So Tisha lied.
She always lying.
She always lie. When she yawned, she's lying.
No, she didn't say it was a lawsuit. She said it was because of the I'm sorry, I may have made a mistake. It sounded like she was saying that it was the actual them building the project. Oh, but he did say lawsuit, though, didn't he?
He said lawsuit.
That's true.
The person who's suing them.
Yep.
Okay, because it sounded like she was mixing. They always trying to confuse you, because she was saying that yeah, you're right. That whoever said it, that's correct.
These people do not act like there is another real life this show is not going to last forever. Did they not think about that?
No, they didn't. All they did was lease them expensive cars and all of that, and you're still living in the juke joint. And this gonna be Melanie last year. I bet my last dime on it. She's gonna be now reached 100 episodes. And that's going to be it for her. And she already know that they depending on that. And they know she know. So guess what? If they didn't, just like Aunt Ann said, if they didn't take the same advantage that she did and move up, get some land, do your business legit, do the right thing, stop getting PPP loan, do the right thing, and then you will elevate. Y'all not going to elevate. just like you said, you would for Melanie to wait on it. But baby, you don't know the God that I serve will
What
have
you
you
talking
bow
about?
down at her feet. So be careful what you say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and and this chat right here. I keep on telling y'all. People tell me she got a stink attitude. She got a right to be stank.
Thank you.
They look at she looking in their direction. You done dragged me through the mud for 5 seasons and want me to smile at you. You done talked about me. You talked about my babies. You dogged me out. I cried. You shut me out. And you want me to do ring around the roses with you.
Come on.
You don't ask nobody how to come back at you.
Come on.
When you done been throwing all these stones and all these rocks. This lady been through hell and back.
Yes, ma'am.
Are y'all seeing what I was seeing?
Oh yeah, the look in that girl's face.
Cried with this lady.
Yep.
A man on stage saying that the mistress was a whole meal and I want shit.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And
Yes,
the husband telling her that AC was better in bed. I wanted to jump through that phone and drag his teeth out.
He better be glad he got back to shore when he went on that ship with me. Because he wouldn't have got back.
Let me tell you something. All I know is I hear and I see and I hear these people and these women. First and foremost, my whole thing is if you ain't went through something like that, you can't say nothing. Even if you didn't go through it. For me, you can never make everybody happy. Never.
Exactly. No, you can't.
Let me tell you something. I have went through, and the reason I started my channel is because I was so hurt. I was so hurt. And I'm gonna tell you, I was going back and forth, and I was on the civil channel. And I went up there and I said something, and I was like, oh my God, she talked to me. I was about to cry. My daddy wasn't there. Do you know my daddy did not come into my life, my biological daddy. My daddy was my grandma, and my granddaddy was my parents. This man reached out to me at 42. And then to find out you were trying to use me. But you know what? And that's why I say when Aunt Ann said what she's saying, I don't even have to say nothing, because when I tell you that man done picked me up so many times and dust me off, he done dust
He gonna
me
keep
off.
doing it. And he gonna keep doing it.
And
But you know,
when I come to him and when I'm sitting there crying and I'm asking him to help move people out of my life,
come on.
when I asked him to move people, when I tell you, and I can't understand Tisha, I can't understand Stormy, I can't even understand Destiny, because how could y'all be this way when y'all know what it feels not like, and I know what it feels. That's why I love Mama Van, because at the end of the day, I had my grandma, but I don't know what it feels like to have my mama. So how can y'all be that way with Miss Van? Y'all should have been the first one to say, Basement Billy, you was wrong. But what I'm saying is, I came on YouTube, and Auntie Aunt Ann, Hey Girl Hey, the Silver Queen Sheba, all of y'all don't really know me yet, but y'all have made me feel. I had a 30-year friendship that I walked away from because I did not know that I was the only one pouring into the friendship. I did not know that. When I looked on the other side, my glass was empty and hers was full, because I'm doing all the coming. I'm doing all the going. And I found out you talking about my kids, you talking about me. And it was just so much stuff. And I used to let it go over the years. Let it go, let it go, let it go. When you let somebody hurt you like that, the only person can bring you out of that is God.
Yeah, but but like Aunt Ann was saying, they all met. It's all about the comeback group. They know Mel with the money. when the money train don't want to, let them aboard that train no more, they know they stuck. They know, just like one of the ladies said earlier, Kimmy done gave up her whole career to start a I'm about to, because that's all Maurice is. I'm about to do this and I'm about to do that. Had us thinking you was a whole lawyer, and then you found out you got a certificate. So it's all about, they all mad because they know Mel know where the money is. Mel can help them make money long as Mel on that show. They gonna make money. If Mel will come back to the comeback group, they will make money. So they know she's not gonna do it. So look, all bets are off. They coming at her dirty. They don't care now because they know she's not coming back.
Yeah, they should go ahead on and forget the combat group and go ahead on and stand on their own free will now, because they all could go ahead on if y'all got all these businesses like you say you have, you shouldn't even be worried about what Melody is doing. Exactly. Melody is, and see, that's the problem. Everything that she is doing is successful. That is why they're so upset. Yep. Destiny had no reason to attack Melody. Stormy's mother had no reason. Miss Wanda went for the jugular. Miss Wanda was low down and dirty with hers. And that's why she's sitting over there now, like Aunt Ann said, looking like a can of biscuits about to pop out of that dress, sitting on that couch and not being able to say anything because she's silenced. Because when she had the opportunity to say the right thing, here you are attacking a woman who and her children for no reason at all. And that's why you need to sit on the sideline over there, and hopefully they won't let her back on that show this season. And that's why she's so quiet, because they trying to they really want her back on the show. When I say they, I'm talking about Carlos included and all the Scott. But Melody and Melody is specifically saying no. And Melody said that they told her she would not be coming back. But if they may not keep that I'm not saying it's a promise, but they said that she won't be coming back. But if she do, then basically they went against what they told her. So she don't really know.
Right, because she said she won't be filming with us. She's like, but she know how shady Carlos said. They're that Wanda, just stay quiet for a while, Wanda. Just stay quiet, then they forget about it. Then we'll gradually, bring you back up. That's what they're gonna do.
Exactly.
I'm gonna address this comment. Kevin. Mm-hmm. Now all men agree with BS. Kevin, we know that. All men, they're not men. All men don't like BS. So we know it's not all men. You might be one of them that don't deal with BS. So we know all men is not crazy like these people.
Yeah. That part.
Yeah. The problem is all of these ones that we see on this show are full of it. And that's why we are talking about them. I mean, and we're talking about, who on the show that's regarding men that we can really say, other than, like y'all say, maybe Chris Fletcher, but most of these guys, they full of nothing but bull crap. And then Marcellus and Maurice sit up there. I don't know how Maurice keep on flying under the radar, because I'm pretty sure he was in that 20 number some kind of way. But Marcel, they really want to, people really want to stick it.
He said, oh, y'all get sold. I'm telling you, last time I'm waiting on these DMs. I'm waiting on the DM because they're gonna blow him out. He 2-piece was about to burn. He said, oh, somebody get sued. And then Kim said we don't need names. We don't need names. Yeah. I didn't know good way he ain't research his toes. So how he gonna research something about somebody's name? I know who they are. I did some research. $2 certificate ass down. I said, go sit down.
Looking at, because I'm like, this is here they like, with the exception of Black, with the exception of possibly the chocolate in a bottle, I'm like, these people, okay, you got Tisha, Marceau, that's 2 checks coming from the show in the house. I don't even understand why.
Not no more.
Really?
Not no more. Once you're in a lawsuit, people don't want you to put their label on a bottle. They
No, I'm talking
told
about
them,
show. Because those men get paid from, I know Real Housewives don't in Atlanta, but those guys get a check, don't they?
what
Yeah,
guys
they
get
get
a check?
yeah.
Yeah.
They get
That's
I think they say I think it's 30. I think it's 35 for couples, and I think it's 17 for one person.
Yep. That's what they said.
100,000. That's
Yeah,
all they.
Huh?
That's all they get.
yeah.
Yeah, they ain't
Why
making
you
no
think?
big
Why you
money.
think Monique laughed? She did. She laughed. She said the math won't math and the money
Yeah.
won't adding up.
They
She
ain't
said it
making
don't
no
make no
big money.
sense. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you what Monique said. She said the math won't math and the money won't adding up. And she started laughing. She said, I'm not gonna work for that. She said, I just forget about it.
Melanie and Martell make the most money because they producers and their cast members. They make the most, but they make more than all the other couples. Melanie getting paid for on both sides. Martell is a producer too, so he getting paid on both sides. But the other ones are not making big money like that. They not making good money. That's like our aunt said. That's why Monique laughed. The math wasn't math, and they ain't got no big budget.
Is she crazy? She ain't even make it half of that then.
No,
Why you
that's why
think
they
I
don't take them
said?
no trips. They don't
Why
take
you think
trips
I
or
said
nothing.
Kung Fu Panda run around there for $250 or $500?
Five
Why
hundred
you think I
dollars.
say that?
That's
And
exactly right.
because she said I was working for Melody for $50. No, baby.
Well, there's a lot of us must be working for it because, baby, like I said, you can keep on messing with them Eminem kids. No,
I'm
they
coming for you, baby. I'm coming for you. You mess with, I'm a millimeter. You come for them, I'm coming for you. I'm not, look, I'm not going to throw the rock like one to hide my hand. I'm going to knock on your door. First of all, I'm going to throw the first rock and hit the door. And when you open the door, you're going to see the other rock in my hand. So you're going to know I threw the rock. I'm
But
not
could you
going to hide in the
believe?
bushes.
But
that's
could you
right.
believe how Wanda sat up there and kept on lying?
Yeah.
Lying, we already know. And I could believe they did not show a flashback. She said it in the beauty shop.
He
She said
protecting her.
it.
He
She
protecting
said
her.
it. She did a live and said it. She said it, and she's sitting there somewhere. I didn't say, and what got me mad, this idiot said, you know, that's if I talk about my soul and I say by your baby daddy, that don't mean I'm talking about the child. I said, you big dummy.
Dummy. Ain't it? Dumb.
I felt I heard that.
She said that don't mean. She said that don't mean that I'm talking about myself. Carlo looked at her. He looked at her.
And them teeth
Melon
was
looked at
hanging on
her,
for
and
dear
Melon
life.
shook their head, and Montel just put his hand like that, like I know this has it. Just didn't say what she said. And then here come Maurice. I understand her. I understand. He never said that she was wrong, and that's the point. That's why she keep on doing what she doing.
What she doing? They
Nobody
baby
checked
her.
her. And
They baby her.
when I check Kung Fu Panda, the reason why she come for me because I check her ass and I get her on her bones and it tremble, and she know I tell everything true about her. I hit her to where she can understand. She understand. She don't want to do right.
No, she
To
don't.
know right is to do right. She don't want to know right, so she's not going to do right.
And
She
them
sat
and
on
them
that
and
stuff
them.
and kept on lying, and they hold up that lie.
Oh yeah, of course.
Not my tail. Marcel hold up that lie, and Tisha hold up that lie. Yes,
Yep.
she was wrong, but her and man go back and forth. Shut up.
Exactly.
You a sister wife. This is why your mama kept on calling Melody sister wife, because you a sister wife and your mama sister wife.
Exactly. And look, and then them dentures was hanging on for dear life. You notice she have to say a little bit and then push them back up, say a little bit and push them back up. And for her and Tisha to have new stylists this year, they didn't do her mustache.
Nah, she was sitting there and she in that dress say, your ass better not move, your ass better not move one bit on my burst. All the Twinkies stuff were gonna come out of her. She was sitting there, had her hand on top of her stomach. On top of her stomach. She didn't have her on side, she had her arm resting on her because She's so big she can't put her arms down.
And them shoes was
That nerve to
crying. And them
tell
shoes
somebody.
was crying. Them shoes was crying down there.
And I'm telling you, she got a nerve to talk about this little baby. She got a nerve to try to get a picture out. Then she sit up there and lied about the picture, said, I didn't do that. Why didn't y'all do a flashback? Because she said it when she was in the Madani. That's what her name is.
Yeah,
she said it when she was in Madani. She said, I got a picture I can show, put them side to side.
She sure did. She
all
sure
you got
did.
to do, all the producer had to do is rewind it like they do everybody else.
That's why I said he was playing in our face. I don't care what he. I'm
he
not
was
cheering
playing
on
in our face.
He was playing in our face.
She was lying. If he would have ran everything back when she was in Madani, you would have seen. She said, "Fire your baby there. Get a Montel. You better get a blood test." And then Maurice. And Maurice, oh, he makes me mad. Maurice said that said, "You just stop talking about the baby. You just said it again." She do need a blood. He do need a blood test for my baby because I got a picture, and he sat right there on that stage and tried to cover for Wanda.
Exactly.
When Wanda,
and he was laughing when she said it. He was laughing when she was in there.
He said, "You can't see." He the one was standing in front of you. You can't say that. Stop talking. You just talking about the baby. And Kimmy said, "You can't stop talking about the baby. He need to get a blood test." He kept on hollering. If they would have showed that clip, I'm sick of them letting these people slide under the radar.
Yep. It's easy as they played the clip when Mel went in there and actually spoke to that clown. They could have easily do that flashback and let us see and hear everything Wanda said. You know, so
they don't play it, and it makes me mad because this lady had a nerve. It was sent to me, and I told them send me. I said, "Y'all need to get rid of this picture." She had a nerve. She's so stupid and dumb. I know what she did was took the baby picture, put it over the man picture, then put the man picture to look like Sugar Mama, and then she had Montel picture up there, had Sugar Mama, Montel, and had the other man. I said, and look, let me tell you how I know she did it. At the bottom, it had the face identification mark on it.
They dumb. They just dumb. They're dumb.
I was using that app with my grandchildren. We were making ourselves old. We were making ourselves look like each other. So I know what it looked like. I said, this idiot got the watermark on this picture with her dumb tail.
Her daughter probably was in the midst of it with her too, because I don't think she got that much common sense to know how to do nothing like that.
Because they were dumb because they left the watermark on it.
Yeah, but she dumb too, you know, so.
I don't like that because she was wrong. They was dirty because they forget this baby. When she grow up, she look at this. She gonna look at this stuff here. Oh, they said this and they said that. She was wrong.
Exactly. That's why my daddy treated me like that.
I think Tanya sent me something today. Y'all got to see it. I should have put it in my description box. This man give you 5 or 8 stage of evil, and she fit every last one of them.
I saw that, but I didn't read it. I saw that.
The devil and all of she's fit that. He said, get away from them. He said, keep them out your space. You don't either. If they're your friends, your family, get away from them because they mean you no good. They're evil. They would do anything to you.
I drove past that. I saw him. It's a black dude, and he's standing there.
This is he? He real light skinned, so I don't know.
There's another guy on here too. He got about the evil, the 5 signs.
It might be him, but he look light skinned to me. It might be him.
Yeah.
But the point that I have is that these people is reunion. They might not have no reunion. They shouldn't have no reunion at all because these people still lying, sticking to their lie.
Exactly.
Marceau still blowing up rocks at Bonnie's house. He's still on that hole. He keep on taking us to see a big old hole with a big rock in it, and they struggling. They can't talk about Melody no more. Melody told them to get your own storyline. Stop talking about us. Teacher talking
Earn
about
your
you be
check.
talking
Earn your
about
own
us.
check.
You be talking about us. Nobody talk. You not that interested. We talk about you. Nobody talk about you. We talk about how dumb you is. You be talking about us every time you get Melody. You be talking about us. Melody not. You're not that interested in her life. She got to keep on talking about you. You are not. Every time you see y'all, you're doing you're talking about Melody. You did a room scene in that junket room. You talk about Melody. You were eating at the table. You talking about Melody before she got there. You at the golf course. You talking about Melody. You talking about Melody. They don't know what to do with themselves because they can't talk about Melody no more. So they don't know what to do with themselves. So he went right back to the same spot with the big old hole in the rocks.
Exactly.
And here go Tisha. Baby, get back. Baby, get back. And I'm going to tell you why this is so dumb. Talking about building this house. Why is you building a house and you in a $5 million lawsuit? If they win, they're gonna take your house, stupid.
It sure is, dummies. Dumb dummies.
Everybody house you building up there, they're gonna take. But they ain't got to worry about because they're building on the side of a who built on a mountain.
Exactly. And you know what else? Stormy, she's a little liar too. She knew that Melanie was not coming to that wine tasting. And she got there with the girl. Is Melanie coming? Oh, I wonder if she's coming. Girl, the girl already told you she wasn't coming because she was upset with Martell about whatever he told that nut. And you get there in front of the girls like you wondering too, is she coming? You already knew the girl wasn't coming. You just lie. You just make yourself look like more of a clown than you already are. When is she coming? Is Mel coming? Oh, I don't know. Is she coming? The girl had already told you she wasn't. You had already been to her house. I don't know. I really don't know. Mel just needs to stay away from all of them. She really do.
But like I said, it's gonna be the same stuff next season. And Carlo keep on letting them get away with stuff, and I just don't know.
Well, he can try to make her the face of the show if he want to. I won't be watching it. When Mel and them leave, I'm leaving. So if he want to try the show with Stormy being the face of it, good luck.
But yeah,
I'll be on a permanent blackout.
But Miss Wanda took it way, way, way too far, and just no one can even fathom what her motive was to talk about that child. That's like you said, nothing can explain that but sheer pure that low down and dirtiness and evil. And when Carlos was signing off on that stuff, when he put her on his show talking about Ask Miss Wanda, and she was saying all that foolishness, she thought for sure that she could get on there and say whatever she wanted to say. Get on her social media, bring her cousins and stuff up there, get on there talking to Basement Billy, and he's silent too. So Melody, somebody said she had some security guards, and they probably got. And I know Miss Van went to the filed a police report or something, and she said she packing too. So they just imagine how they harassed these women so much that they disturbed their lives, talked about the children. Martell sitting over there quiet. He ought to be ashamed of himself for not saying anything to these clowns. He should have stood up for his family. No, and as weak as he is, to me, he should have. At least at this point, when Miss Wanda started talking about his son, and I know he said a little something, but he didn't say enough. He should have shut her down when she first started it. But Carlos knew what was going on, but he let it go on and on and on. It wasn't until the executives at OWN got involved that Carlos went ahead on and acted like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. Then he started to do this. Outrage.
He watch your show. He watch his own show. He know exactly what was going on. He just lied.
But Kung Fu Panda did a New Year's Eve. You should have been on your knees praying. You said you love the Lord. You should be on your knees praying. But you did a whole video of Melody. She ain't this. She's not that. She ain't this. her. Then you do an interview with somebody. The whole time talk about her. Oh, she don't have no business. She don't have no clothing line. I ain't heard nothing about it. I don't hear no bloggers do about her face thing. I don't see this. I don't do. Oh, she don't do it the whole time putting at this lady what she's doing. Oh, she don't do that. Well, if she do, okay, I can't take that from her then. But teaching them got their whole. They get ready to put up 3 more blacks. 15 people own that. Oh, they get ready what's that? Oh, they get ready to put on black. Oh, they get ready they got chocolate in the bottle. Not yours.
Exactly.
They get ready what's that? Oh, they get ready to put on black. Oh, they get ready they got chocolate in the bottle. Not yours.
Exactly.
Oh, somebody got that. You gotta tell your thing Was she just looking?
Well, I was glad that Mel on her live with you and Ann and all the different ones. If you remember, Mel said it in a way that they asked her about what she, looking at putting her products in the stores, and Mel was like, no. Mel was like, I want to keep all my money in my pocket, and I will do e-commerce because once you start dealing with all those stores and different things, they start telling you what to do with your own product, and they taking a percentage of it.
She's not lying. Because I did QVC and the money that I make doing my own stuff, it was half. And I was like, I said, I won't do it no more. They asked me to do it again, but I won't do it no more because they take more of your money. And I said, I want to put it in the store. Like I said, I never say anything about somebody who wanted me to do it with them, take my product, but you want to give me 50% to put in a store, and I take 50%, and you get 50%, I get 50%. So like I make $1 million. I'm not gonna make $1 million. I got to give you half, and I take half. That's why I said I would continue selling my stuff myself if I want to get a store, my own store. I don't want nobody else's store, my store, so I can be able to keep all my money in.
Mm-hmm.
But as me doing at home, I have a good base, and I understood what she was saying. You got to pay when you get it in the store. You got the if it don't move, they give you so much percentage, and I get so much percentage. It's not worth it because when you see your money, you were like, okay, Dad, I was selling it home. I was making more money home than I was here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got a lot of people to pay. You got to pay shipment. You got to pay people producing in a bottle. You have to do a lot of stuff. See, I'm a one-woman show. I make it. I put it in the bottles. I do it myself.
I think in a way, Auntie, that what you and Mel are doing is actually great because when you get to a situation like with Stormy, you don't know what's going in, what's going out.
Mm-hmm.
What's going out. You guys are personally putting your things in the box. We see Mel do it, and you're doing it as well. But the thing for me, I think Stormy probably should have still stayed that way. I don't know what Kenya is doing, but with her stuff. But it's just my whole thing is if you're putting all that work out there, and you're putting all that work into it, yeah, you're not gonna be able to tell me you're gonna give me half or something that I put God into life.
But Kenya could do that because Kenya has another job. So Kenya can't sit home and make her stuff. So Kenya has hers in Sally's and I think it's CBS. She have it in somewhere else. But she can
Walgreens.
do her
She got it at Walgreens.
Walgreens. But see, Stormy did say one time, she did say this one time that she waited before she put her stuff in the store. She did say that a while back. She said she wish she would have waited before she put her stuff in the store. Now she did say that, and like I said, people learn by their mistakes.
That's what anything. Shoot, if I'd have followed my first mind with a lot of these dang on dusty men, I would have been.
Just
Yes.
comment up here. Oh, she's down.
Alan,
You up here?
Alan, Alan,
Yes, ma'am.
this is Judy Coles.
Oh,
Is
hey,
it
how you
okay?
doing?
I'm doing great. Giving all praise and glory and honor to God. I love you, Aunt Ann. You are
I love
so
you.
great. And
Thank you.
my comment is that I pray for everyone on the show. And I definitely pray for that, for pray for Mel and the Eminem kids and Miss Van. But
Yeah.
I know for a fact that God has her covered.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone who comes from Mel or Miss Van or those kids will suffer consequences that they are not ready for. Because when you have God's covering, you will lead yourself to a road of destruction. Mel has come through the fire and she started from nothing after she dealt with a man she was really in love with. And she had beautiful kids by, and she stayed there for the sake of her marriage, for the sake of her children. And she wanted to make it work. But after he wouldn't leave Slow Slop alone, and after he had that, and I'm gonna call it out, y'all, somebody might get mad. After he had that bastard child, he was through. She had to go. He thought that blocking her in the driveway, not letting her get her furniture, not letting her get her beds closed was going to stop her, but God only gave her the strength and motivation that she needed. I don't know if any of you ladies remember when Tank used to say how he used to comfort his mother when she was crying
I
in her
remember.
closet.
I remember.
She was Tank comforted his mother. He was her comfort zone. After she had our adorable sugar mama,
Mm-hmm.
okay, that was the last strength that she needed to say, bye, Martell, bye. And then one by one, she let all of the snakes go. Stormy started out, she thought that Stormy was on her side. But see, God gives you discernment and wisdom.
Oh yes.
And through the wisdom and discernment that Mel gained, of course, Stormy showed her side. And I know that you guys have some people have a feeling about this new person, this Tisha's cousin. I don't trust her either.
I don't
I
either.
don't I don't trust. I think she's a snake in the grass, and Mel will not. Mel will no longer be fooled by snakes. Now there are some people, bloggers. There are some people in comment in certain chat rooms talking about Mel maybe moving too fast with this man and she may be getting another Martell. No, God has given Mel the discernment and the wisdom that she needs
to determine what's right and what's wrong about a person. Sugar Mama and the rest of the Eminem kids will get the stepfather that they deserve. Mel will get the husband that she deserves, and we will not find out who this man is until after Mel is married. And that's and the last thing, my last comment, Aunt Ann. I always call you Auntie Ann. My last my last comment, Aunt Ann,
Yes,
is
ma'am.
I want you to say happy birthday, Grandma.
Happy
Today
birthday, Grandma.
I'm 62 years old today,
All
Happy
right
Auntie.
now. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Aunt Ann,
birthday to you. Happy
Thank you.
birthday,
happy
Grandma.
birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday to
Birthday
Oh,
to
thank you, ladies. Oh,
you.
y'all gonna make me cry. Okay,
I gotta
I'm
be.
leaving.
All right. Love you.
I'm leaving. I love you,
Love
baby.
you. Be
Bye,
blessed.
ladies.
Bye bye. Be
Okay,
safe.
Faith
okay,
speak.
bye bye.
Bye
All
bye.
right.
Faith speak. Hi, Aunt Ann. Love you. I also think when Mel announced her new man, he really started going down and drinking more. Me too. Me too, Faith. I believe it too. Thank you for the super chat. Love you. I think it is too. That's why that's why I said that this morning. I said when I seen that I had to pray. I said, Lord, I ask you just to keep everybody together. I'm telling you, a storm is coming. But these people, I don't know how this stuff gonna go next season. I'm telling you, did you know the ratings was not the way it's supposed to be? It was lower.
What?
It was three something. Did you know that, Hannah, Miss Hannah?
I saw it on there today that it went down from, no, it
It
went
was
up about
380.
10.
It was yeah, it was 388.
Oh, it's lower than what they reported.
Yes.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
What they reported?
Melody posted on her thing. It was all I seen was 388. Maybe it went up from last time. Maybe last week it was lower. It must have been lower last week.
Now, well, I'm thinking, see, the week before, they didn't have an episode. So I'm thinking they said that it went up slightly for the reunion. Now, that's what I heard, but I didn't see anything on Melody's page. But
Yes, 388. 388. They said it used to be real high in the 5 and the 6. But people said that they said they forgot. They don't even want to look at it no more. Since they've
They
been on the
tired
strike.
of it. They tired of the one person being
Yeah.
bullied. We looking at somebody being bullied every Saturday.
I just want to ask you, Miss Hannah, why do some people figure that black women should take black, white, Chinese, we should take what they give us and go down and sit down somewhere and don't say nothing, be quiet.
yeah, I just think that black women have had it hard for so long, and we try to put on this mask that we're so strong, and because we've had to overcome so much, and I think that that's the reason. And our men, a lot of them are so weak. That's why we have to put on that persona. So that's what I think is rooted in that. It's all and I think a lot of men think that a lot of black men, I heard my dad say this, that they are that black women, let me see, how does he say it? He basically say black men have it harder than black women. But from the black woman's perspective, we say we are the ones that have it harder than the black man. So I guess it just depends on where you look. I mean, where you stand to say, because we know what we've been through, because we know how many single black mothers that we have in the United States. Well, we don't know the numbers, but we know it's a lot. We know that we are the ones that have to put up with a lot of foolishness from our men. And then like Tisha. Now, see, Tisha has the opportunity to be a role model, but she chooses not to. Mel took her job on. I mean, she didn't take her job. She took the role. She said, since I've been put into this position, I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to talk about women empowerment. I'm not going to just say anything just to make myself look good. I'm going to make the best of what I'm going to make lemonade out of these lemons that I've been thrown. And I'm not going to just tell y'all know anything. Tisha and Kimmy. Now, Kimmy wants to use her breast her sickness, and that's fine if that's what she want to do. But Tisha has the opportunity, but her and Marceau refuses to because of their character.
Yeah,
And
but you know what?
In the long run, she's going to hurt her daughters. I think you kind of hit on that earlier too, Aunt Ann, if I could read into between the lines.
Yep, that's what I did. Yeah, but you know what too? What I was thinking too, that Tisha put on a bad mask. I don't care what nobody's saying. I did the video. Tisha was proper asking Melody those things because she wants to know if I get up and go, how I'm gonna make it.
Exactly.
I need to find out what you do because the things that she was asking, I don't care what nobody say. People say, "Oh, she won't." Yes, she was, and then she went in that. Reason why she went in her confession and said that because Marceau was there.
Right.
Yeah.
Tisha done had enough. I'm telling you, but she just don't know how to get her exit. She got all these bills in her name, and she just don't know how to get the exit. She don't know how to do this. She don't know how to do this, that, to do the exit. What's gonna happen is Marceau will make a decision for her. If he finds somebody that got the head on right business-wise and he can make a lot of money, he's gone. She gonna lose her mind and nothing Kung Fu Panda gonna be able to do because you should have did it a long time ago. She's gonna lose her mind because she's gonna lose her mind, number one, because she's gonna say, oh, he beat me and left first and left me with these children. And I'm telling y'all, it look like a duck, sound like a duck is a duck. If he found somebody, so you know he got a crush on Melody. If he found somebody just like Melody, got a business now, he'll leave Tisha in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
And wouldn't look back.
I believe that too.
When them kids get a little bit older, he gone. When he ain't got to pay child support, he gone.
And if these businesses fall,
he gone.
You know, I think that'll be an exit for him too. But that's just what I think. But Tisha gonna hang on for dear life. But she has the opportunity to, you know, when she wanted to do that mommy business podcast, she just has started so many things, and she just not going to be successful because she, number one, attacked someone that helped her. These people helped her, and they had the nerve to laugh at Martin. Y'all know I don't like Martell, but they laughed. The Scots laughed at him about not having his builder's license, and now look at them.
Yep,
they gonna lose more than that because they were ungrateful.
Do you know what I found out the other day? I just released my video the other day. This doctor came up here, and I told her, I said somebody else owned that because when I went to Huntsville, these two guys in a sports car just like Marceau. And I told my best friend, we looked at, I said, they own this or something. I said, something not right about them. They came inside. We let them go inside first, and we went inside. They walked behind the bar and got something and said, hey, we'll be back later. This lady came on my live the other night, and she said that I was right. She said, crew dogs, frat brothers, 15 of them own it. I said, I thought they just got Tisha and Marceau the face of it because they own a show to get people to come in. But now people don't want to go there because how they pretend to be on the show.
Wow.
And she said that they try to serve her with a cease and desist letter. And she said she twist that thing around. She said, I twist that around. She said, I love you, Aunt Ann. And I was like, oh my gracious. Then another lady came up here and I was like, well, everybody just coming up here just dropping tea. And she was like, that they were saying that Stormy mother not her real mother. And I was like, I said, you sure? She said, yes. She said, Stormy said it out her mouth that her and Destiny can connect because they've been through the same thing. I'm like,
Wow,
wow.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
But
she was up. I guess the lady said this lady was up here. I did a video. We was up for 3 hours. 1 week on Keisha.
Yep. And the lady
We were
said
here for
Betty is
3
not her
hours.
mama.
Three
She said
hours,
Betty
and
is
I was,
not
and
her
she
birth
said, "You."
mama.
We were out for 3 hours. She was a doctor, and they tried to keep her mouth shut because she said it before on another channel. They tried to keep her mouth shut. They served her with a cease and desist letter, and she said she twisted around. And she said, I be doing my rounds, and I listen to you, I be laughing. And I was like, wow. I said, I knew she's not lying because these guys came there. They had the same car as Maso. It's two
that is
guys, they
crazy.
got two different cars. And they had Q Dog sign on the back of their car. And they went inside and walked behind the bar and they did something, got something. They said, hey, and the girl who worked there said something to him. And he said, oh, yeah, we'll be back later, y'all. And I was like, I said, they own the place. I said, but on the website, it says Tisha and Maso own it. Then she said they the face of it. She said 15 of them went in together and they thinking about pulling out because all these lawsuits.
Wow.
Wow.
But did y'all see how many people were there for their I think it was New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve or some kind of event they had. But what I'm saying is basically you're gonna take a black cigar lounge and turn it into a disco. That is too many people in that facility. I know you want to make it seem like there's a lot of people in your facility, but that's a restaurant. When do you get a chance to make it out of a
It plays small.
handful?
That place so small. It's on a strip mall. That place so small inside.
And you see, Letitia was saying that they're gonna expand it. I think I saw that on something. I can't remember. Oh, probably on her Facebook page or Instagram or something. They're tearing down the back wall or something, and they're gonna extend.
That thing already down. It got a blue thing on it. It been tore down when I was there. I'm gonna do the video on. See, that's what I tell you, these people lie. These people always lying. They lie. They lie.
But if you got 15 investors, that means you got to be making a whole lot of money just for people to, to even just come out even with just, the money that they put in it. There's no profit right now if there's so many people because everybody want to get paid. And like you say, if people not getting paid, they pulling out.
Zero from zero. What's that is?
Nothing from nothing is nothing, right?
Exactly. Nothing for nothing is nothing. That's what I'm saying. When this man said and said he made 17 million, he got all this overhead. Okay, but why you living in a 2-bedroom with 5 people in there? Why you living at a place with the corn growing out the sidewalk? Why are you living tearing down the side of the fence and growing a garden? Why are you living like this? I don't care what you're waiting for to build. A millionaire will be in a better house for their children in a better area. You said you live across the street from a service station. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you lying and saying you just big millionaire, we looking for something else. As long as you got a house over your head, a roof over your head, and food to eat, you're lying. And we looking for trying to find out, okay, how you got all this and you here and you said you make this. He on TV trying to explain it. You know why he was trying to explain it? Because our IRS gonna come at his door and he tried to explain it. He went on live and tried to explain it. I said, we don't believe it. He said, I got overhead and I got this and I got this because he know when he put it out there, Tisha put it out there, IRS coming knocking at your door.
But ain't Tisha supposed to be the majority owner of the company? But he always talking for Scope. But she said that only thing she had to do was buy Martell out for pennies on the dollar and change some paperwork around. That's how she was able to turn a company that was in the red into a multi-million-dollar company. Tisha, who you think you're fooling? You are not talking. Everybody is not going to believe that those words coming out of your mouth because there's no way that's all you had to do to turn this company around. You had to get some contracts. She wasn't able to explain herself how she was able to do that. And
sure
now
was. She
we
tried to say
know.
Melody put it in it. Try to say Melody and them put it in the red. And Melody cleared that up. She said, no, we had you set because the people that I knew. So many words, Melody was saying the people that I knew. They found
Right.
people you were, they won't mess with you no more.
And they
Exactly.
right. And they not getting them contracts now because you know who getting them? And those people that take males master class, she's showing them the ropes.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people, she's giving a lot. I mean, a lot of people getting those contracts now, but I guarantee you, Scout is not getting any of them.
Not
They
a
may not
one.
even be in business anymore.
Mm-mm.
They know they done messed up when they messed up with Mel. They done messed up big time. They know it.
Mm-mm-mm.
So now they gonna come at her
Yeah, they
any which
tried to
way they
say
can.
Melody did. Did you see? They tried to say that Melody was the one, and Melody told them, and nobody said nothing. She had them, she shut them down right quick. She had to
Yeah,
take Tisha down memory lane. Tisha didn't say nothing. She sat there right back.
she let
Tried
them
to
know.
lie.
Mm-hmm. And Miss Van said something totally opposite of what Letitia said. Miss Van said they were able to give bonuses and everything when she was
Yeah,
a part of that company because she said I think she would leave hers on the table just to give it to other people
yeah.
because she wanted them to make sure to keep the morale up in the company. So Letitia, I don't if I'm gonna believe anybody, it's gonna be Miss Van. I know Melody said
Exactly.
she didn't know where the numbers were, but Miss Van did not say that. If you're getting bonuses, that means I don't think you're in the red. I don't know though.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna give them no credit. They'll never give them any credit.
Real was gonna come up. Comment Real was gonna come up, but her thing not connecting.
Oh, please try to connect it,
She
man.
said she
That
don't
was.
know what. She said she no, it's her on her side.
Oh
She said
my
she don't know
goodness.
what's wrong.
This
Well,
would be
mine was
epic.
going in and out too.
That would be epic. Oh my God, I wish she could
Yeah,
come on.
but see, like I was saying with them, I don't know. One thing about this that if you got a company, and I be telling people once you start your company, please don't think you're gonna get the money right then. You have to invest in your company, and then the money will come. But what people
Right.
do, you got some people not good business people. Soon they make somebody want to pull it. And soon as people want to pull it, then you got a bill come in, you can't pay it, and then you're trying to rob Paul to pay Peter and get that when you know the way you end up been messing with that money. You see what I'm saying? Some people can have a multi-million-dollar company, that don't mean they're making it
Okay,
because
they don't mean they got that money. Exactly.
they don't know how to move it like it should. Like I said, that cigar bar that they got, they can make a lot of money, but they're not moving the way it should be. The way it looked, trash. They had the trash in the floor. Yeah, I said you get the food now. The food tastes like frozen bit. If you get fresh fries in there, and I'm telling you, and fresh wings in there, you'll have somebody in there. Those people come and say, "Oh, you know where I can get some fresh wings at?" Yeah, y'all, come on. You have a football game or something. Everybody, let's go over here. I'm telling you, smoke a cigar. You can get some good wine. You get some fresh food, everything. But if you don't do it like that, and I said, there's no reason in the world why that pit should have been off that time of day. That's what set the place to the fire. Turn it on. Clean that patio when you come. When customer come, that patio shouldn't have trash and dust and stuff. And it's in the summertime. It shouldn't.
When you were there, was a
Some of
lot
the
of
longest
customers
they
there,
call. Oh my
Van?
God,
No, it
I'll
was
call
about
you back.
4.
Wow, their prices are kind of expensive, right? Or no, it was reasonable.
No, it was okay.
Okay.
It's just the point that my best friend had ordered some waffle fries, like what you call it, like some cheese or stuff on top of it, and she tasted and she said, "Taste this," and then I taste it. Tastes like it been in the freezer, like a freezer bite.
Mm.
And then
And
freezer burn. Oh,
yeah, and she couldn't eat it. She said, she said, I can't eat. I said, me. I said, I don't want it either. I said, she just taste that. And I said, I don't want to eat it. It just tastes like, I was you something been in the freezer so long,
yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
you cook it, you can still taste the
Taste
freezer.
Freezer
that
burn,
freezer
yeah.
burn on.
Yeah, and that's why I say he got a place that he can have fresh fries. Get you a waffle cutter and have fresh potatoes in there. You see what I'm saying? And you
Right.
get some fresh wings because I'm telling you, where I live at, when I used to go out, everybody wanted to go to where you get some good chicken wings from, and you get the good fried. This man had his club, and he had the best chicken wing, and people just their club was packed because they were just in there for the chicken wings.
Right.
Mhm.
And word of mouth, is worth anything, everything. You could have a packed house every night. Like you say, a football game, basketball game. Turn it into a big sports bar, get the TVs going all around, turn it into a complete lounge. But they don't know how to, be prosperous in anything that they do because of how they are in their heart. So anything that they touch is not gonna prosper. And when he made that remark for Mel to wait on him to thank her, I lost
Mm-hmm.
all respect, which I
He
never
gonna
really
eat
had
those
nothing from him
words.
anyway. But
He's gonna eat those words. And
oh,
also, let
baby,
me have
yes,
one more
ma'am.
question for you, Aunt Ann. Do they smoke? They have a specific place, I mean, area where they smoke the cigars at, or did you visit that section?
Yeah, they have. It's like when you go in there, it's just like another section. Is like a curve, like you go in that section. It's not big. It's just
Mm-hmm.
where you do the cigar, where they smoke the cigars at. But they got to realize once they open that door, the smoke still gonna come on the outside.
But see,
And
that
when
sounds like a bad combination anyway. A restaurant with a where you can eat. I don't know where most time. I think you have when you have a cigar bar. I don't know if you have food in there. I don't know.
No, the cigar bar to me that I've been to only had cigars and drinks.
right,
Yeah.
Because we got a cigar bar where I live at, and they don't serve food. They serve drinks, and they serve just drinks, and you purchase cigar, and they have a cigar bar sitting up. I mean, how can I describe it? It's like a room, and when you go inside, all these cigars all the way around a wall. You can purchase them, and then they got the lounge over here that you can go inside to smoke your cigar.
Right. You need the what they call a humidifier room, a humidor
Yeah,
room, or whatever.
they have a big one up in the ceiling. They got the fan, they got a humidifier, they got a big thing up there in the ceiling. But what thing about this one is, I think they try to do it for both. If you smoke and if you don't, and I think that kind of messed up that
It
way.
messes up because I don't
Yeah,
smoke, so there's no way
me
I'm gonna
either.
go anywhere
I
me either,
near
just
you.
went
especially
in to be
sitting around no
nosy.
cigars.
Look, I was shopping. I just wanted to go in there and look because I went to theirs and I was like, I want to see what a real cigar place looked like, and that was I seen. I didn't see. They didn't have no doors. Nothing. It's just like if you don't smoke, you ain't got no business in there.
Like Keisha say, hey, God will bless you if you and that's one good thing that I thought about when the lady, I can't remember her name, she was talking about how Melody's children used to see her in the closet or whatever. That woman taught her kids how to pray.
Yes,
And
Yeah,
what
ma'am.
an awesome testimony it is that God heard her children's cry and her children's prayer.
Mm.
That I mean, because he gonna hear it when the only thing just an innocent child praying, and them children were praying. That girl, I'm telling you, she did an excellent job with them
yeah.
kids
Yes,
and
she
I
Miss
did.
want.
Van. And I'm
I
just
don't.
saying that those prayers, I could just hear them coming up to heaven and
Yeah.
God answering them.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I'm trying
ma'am.
to look at Caramel Red was it in here. Her thing can't connect. When you can't connect, I think that she have to go out into if you on a phone, you have to go into Siri. Not Siri. You have to go into what this thing is.
StreamYard.
No, you have to go into the little thing, the website. You have to go into the website and go in there, and then you have to go into YouTube. It's just a lot that you got to do. But see what iPhone, I don't know if she got iPhone, she could have guessed went inside. Because I
So
don't
I
have no
want to see.
problem. I don't have no problem with iPhone. I see a lot of people have problem with Androids, I think.
Yeah, I got an iPhone.
Yeah, I got an iPhone. I can just come right on up. I ain't never had no problem with that. But I think people with other phones, they have to go around to get in. But I just don't I just don't understand. I'm telling you, they can't. It is $1 million place that they can make money, but they just don't know how to make it. They're not making it.
They got too much time and energy. Just like Mel told him, you so worried about what I'm doing. You so he wanted her to keep saying that. She kept saying, "You so worried about what I'm doing. You so worried about what I'm doing." Yeah, and you are. You obsessed with that lady. You want her so bad. You want her so bad. So,
Well,
and he should know that. He
they
should
made
know
their
that.
choices. They made their decision to try to dog somebody out and to hurt someone who did nothing to them but help them.
Yep.
And even if she said something that they didn't like, she apologized. But you still, went as low as you could go, and
To try to hurt her.
like Miss Wanda, we can't say enough about this woman because she's embarrassing, and what she did to Melody and her daughter and her kids
It's
was
awful.
outrageous, and it's despicable. And Miss Wanda needs she getting what she deserved, and I don't care who them bloggers are over there trying to pump her up and all that stuff. And they just as wrong as she is for sitting up there saying those negative things about Melody and then trying to defend Miss Wanda for that foolishness that she did. Miss Betty, yours coming too.
Yeah, Karma.
Oh yeah, hers
Let me
coming.
tell you one thing about Karma. This is why I don't join in foolishness, because Karma, you can't tell it how to come to you.
That's it.
Karma will snatch your whole life out of you.
Mm.
Karma will have you going crazy. Karma will take everything you had.
Come on, girl.
Karma will take you to zero.
In a
That's
hurry.
why I don't mess with it. And that's why I try to do right by people. That's
right.
why I move the way I move. That's why I'm in a group of people where I am. That's why I shut a lot of things out, a lot of people out. Because see, you gotta be careful when you play with a child of God. When you play with a child of God, you better be careful.
You pay dearly.
And not only that, and then when we
you
come
wouldn't
together,
know. I'm gonna tell you one thing, this too, and you would not know what is going on. Think about the child of God you mess with. Like I tell everybody, God don't play about me. Think about what you did to the child of God. And then you'll say, oh yeah, I got it because I did do that. I did say that.
And I hope they realize too, karma don't have no expiration date, baby. So it's gonna come back on you. I don't care. When you mess with the elderly and the kids, the innocent ones, and you coming from them and they can't really defend themselves, oh Wanda, baby, you better get ready. You better get ready, honey.
And coleslaw came for the whole family. Oh, and look at her now.
Exactly.
That is just, that is a example of what not to do.
Exactly.
Right.
She like she had a nervous breakdown on camera. She had a whole nervous breakdown, hair standing up. She's screaming to the top of her lungs at these two ladies. Like she had really had a nervous breakdown. No makeup, no nothing. Just screaming. The baby in the background hollering. She hollering at the phone. I'm like, this girl is really having a nervous breakdown on live.
Well, she did have a nervous breakdown. She had one.
Oh, she did?
She had one.
See?
Look how she was acting. If it's not normal, it's abnormal. That's not abnormal how she was acting.
That's not normal. You're right.
So if it's not normal, it's abnormal.
And
I went to school. I went to school for all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I see a lot of stuff. Martell's not normal.
Nope.
A lot of people, they keep saying, they act like they 15, they act like they 13, they act like they 17. That's because it's not normal. If it's not age appropriate, if you don't act your age, that means you're mental. And they don't act their age, none of them. Coleslaw, Stormy,
Destiny.
Martell, Tisha, none of them act their age.
Destiny either.
Destiny, none of them. It's not age appropriate. That means they are mentally retarded. And people don't like that word, mentally retarded, but it just means it's not age appropriate.
See, I'm glad you breaking it down to the wording of it. I'm glad because a lot of people really do get offended when when somebody says something about retarded. They take
Yeah,
so much offense to it.
yes, and it's not nothing to be offended. Just know what it means.
Right. Now I do. I understand exactly what you're saying.
And another thing, y'all ain't gonna like me for this. Everybody dragging Martell. Now he was totally wrong. I am definitely team male, but he can't help it. Martell cannot help it. He's mentally retarded.
Tell him
He's,
again, Mama. That's what I've been saying. Tell him again. He can't help it. People think he can't help it. I said it today. I've been saying it from day one. I said he can't help it. His screws and marbles in the street.
right. It's not up. He don't have it upstairs. He just don't have it. And every time they do that, I'm like, why do they do this? He can't help it. He's mental.
Well, could you speak on how you feel, how far he would go? Could you, because we all so concerned, and with your profession, and you see where he's at in his mental state. What do you feel like he's capable of doing at this point in his life? The drinking and all of that, and when it come down to Mel and the kids.
At this point, he needs extensive therapy. So, okay, let me explain something to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
If a divorce, that's why Mel have her kids in therapy. Mm-hmm. If there's a divorce, do you know it can take kids 20 years to be okay after the divorce with therapy? Without therapy, it can be a lifetime. His father was not in his life. So that's a strike against him right there.
Right.
They said he can't read. And then really, to be honest, that's personal. None of us should even know that.
Exactly. He put himself out there with that, though.
Huh?
I think he can read. I think that he just get nervous. I think he can read.
I don't know. Early on, Aunt Ann, and I love you, Aunt Ann. I just think you're wonderful. But early on, they was saying, they was in the meeting, and they said, Martell, did you read it? And Mel said, I read it to him.
Exactly.
And then at the book signing, he had someone else to come and read for him. I was watching all of that. Okay, some people cannot read. Their mind is all in the brain, and their mind do not connect for them to learn how to read. Mm-hmm. I have one of my best friends. She's like that, and constantly she bring mail to me, and I have to read to her. And I even tried to teach her, and she can't even learn. And a lot of times when they get like that, something happened. And it's always in the childhood.
But now Martell has a degree. Does your friend have a degree?
No.
Okay, see, Martell has a degree.
No, Melody was his tutor. That's how they
okay.
But now Melody, I think what happened was Martell just did not try hard enough. Martell has a
it's not always that. It's not always that. They can't do it.
Let me just say this. I think Martell has a problem with comprehension. He doesn't have a problem with just calling out words because we've seen him do it. But he just, like he said, sometimes they have some kind of, some problem comprehending. But I think he's smart enough to read.
Okay, wait a minute. That's normal. Normal people have problem comprehending. People that have a problem with the brain is more than that. See, I studied the brain. See, y'all want him to be normal. He's not normal.
Oh, we know he ain't normal.
I
He got his
agree with
screws
that.
in the
I
street.
agree.
He
I
ain't gonna
agree.
never be
No.
normal. He got his screws in the street. And
Yeah,
only way
he's
he can
not
be
normal.
only way he can
But
get
what I
himself
want you
together, he
but what
gonna
I want
need
you to tell us is what do you I want to know right now, what do you think do you think he's capable of hurting them? Is what I'm saying. I want you to get deep into that. Where it, in your profession, where Martell mind is at now when it comes to Melanie, moving on, and
Mm-hmm.
his kid's gonna be around another man, and from the studying that you do, what type going on in his mind right now. What do you
Okay,
think could be
let me
expected out of him?
okay, let me tell you what I think, okay?
Okay.
And this is just my observation.
Okay.
Right now, everything he did has failed.
Mm-hmm.
And if he continued to fail, my opinion, he'll probably kill everybody and kill himself.
That girl, I'm finna hang up in your face because that's what it was in my spirit, and that's what I've been praying for, and that's what keep coming to me, and everybody keeps saying everybody covered. I know we covered, but I don't put nothing. Oh my God, you just I didn't mean to cut you
But
off, but oh my
but
God.
but what we need to do for real,
Oh
don't
Jesus.
drag him. We don't need to do that. That's not gonna help nothing. We
I
don't
agree.
he can't we don't need to drag him for number one, he can't help it. His mother wasn't there like she should have. I, my opinion, and I'm not sure, but I feel like that's all they did was fed him. Didn't teach
thank
him
you.
nothing.
I love you. I love you because
Me too. I love her.
I've been saying this for 6 months. And I know you said you watch me. I've been saying this. I say he can't help it. I say, I'm
No, he
telling you,
can't help it.
people get mad at me in the comments, and I say he can't help it, y'all. I'm telling y'all, he can't
Right.
help it.
No, no.
I wish he would get his stuff together, but he can't help it. I say he need 4 therapists. He need 2 doctors to help him pick his screws up out the street. I said until they help him, he ain't gonna be no good.
And you know what? I think he really wanted to get the help, and his mother talked him out of it. And it
Thank
made
you.
me so mad because he need help.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't teach him nothing.
Not a thing.
That's all they did was fed him. And some people do that. Just feed the child. They're not gonna walk them through nothing. They're not gonna teach them nothing. See, at my house, my kids, whether they had homework or not, I had a certain time to teach them. They didn't just learn at school. I made sure they knew what they had to go to school. I taught them before they went to school.
Yeah.
They didn't do him like that. You can tell.
Yeah. Because when I was in college,
And I'm gonna tell you, if I didn't do that with my kids, one of them would have got straight F's.
Yeah, I did the
But he
same thing.
stayed on the honor roll. Every year he was on the honor roll.
Yeah.
Designated to study. They had to read to me while I'm cooking. They had to read because I wanted to make sure they knew how to sound out words and all that. They didn't do that for him. That's not his fault.
You're right. But I agree with you, and
You can't just
I'm gonna
feed
keep
your
it. I promise.
kids.
I'm not gonna
You
pick
need
at
to
him.
be the first teacher.
I'm not picking at him no more. I'm not talking negative about him no more because that really is he already going through something, and then he'll feel like all the world against him also, and it makes it worse.
Yeah, I
So
really feel like that. You
yeah,
feel like
I'm
that
not
now.
doing it. I'm not discussing when somebody talk about him. I'm just gonna like be quiet
See, that's why I
because
don't do
I'm
videos
not
on
doing that.
everything he do. I don't do videos on
Yeah.
everything Montel do. I sit back and I'm like, you know what? I don't do video when he do something really crazy. And like I tell everybody, my videos is funny, but it's a lesson to learn, and it's trying for
Right,
somebody to get it.
right.
And I think Monte look at my video, and I sometimes think he don't get it, and then I sometimes think he get it, and I say he don't got it. I said, oh, he got it, now he don't get it. But one thing about me, and I tell everybody because it happened to me, and I seen it. We always putting somebody down, but when they do good, we don't say nothing. And see when he do so when I see him doing good, I say, okay, I like Martell teaming up with Melody, not on her. When he doing bad, I'm like, come on now, you gotta do better than this. I just want y'all to co-parent. All I want you to do is co-parent and stop all this foolishness.
Right.
Stop all this foolishness. I look at myself. I'm doing the stuff that his mama should do. Stop all this foolishness. Go do somewhere. Go get your business license, because I'm telling you, Black Titanic said that
he can't get his builder's license because he can't remember.
I know he can't remember. I know he
If
can't.
you-
But this Black Titanic said that they wanted to work with him. They didn't want to work with nobody else in Alabama but Martell. But he had Melody. Melody was getting the license. Melody only one had the license because he couldn't pass it. He said it.
He can't pass. If you cannot pass a test, an open book test, that tells you right there that's not normal. Come on.
I think
it's not normal.
ADHD. I think he was fighting with ADHD for years and never got the help for it.
Yeah. And you know what? That thing really broke my heart, and I really, really felt Carlos, because, you know, he's closer to him than we are, and he be around him more than we do. And for him to break down and say he's really worried and concerned about Martell, I'm telling you something. And for him to cry about it, I felt that in my bones.
And Melody is worried about him as well. People don't think she is. She's worried about him as well.
Of course, because she has to turn her kids over to this man every other week.
Plus, she knowing. Think about it.
You're right. Yeah.
She protected him because she know how he is. She know that he was really just lost.
Yeah. What I tell y'all, I says more happened in the house than we know.
Oh,
yeah. And Melody just keeping it on the lock and key. Didn't I tell y'all that?
Yep.
I told you, I said, there's more happening in that house. And Melody just keeping it on the lock and key.
Yeah, well, for number one, and I want y'all to think about this. That was her husband.
Yeah.
And she, you know, she don't want everybody to know how sick he really is.
Yeah.
She don't want people to know that. She got kids by him. She don't want her kids to have to, you know, not respect. Yeah, there you go. They you know, it's just we doing too much.
Exactly.
We doing too much, and it's not going to help nobody.
Okay, Patricia, let me ask you this now. So I heard you saying that Martell is abnormal, and you also said that he couldn't read. And
they said he couldn't read. I don't know if he can or not.
Okay, so what did you say then? Maybe I misunderstood what you said.
I said he can read. I believe he can read.
But Patricia, what did that's what I said. I thought he could read too. I said he just had problems with comprehension.
Yeah.
And but
well,
Patricia,
they were saying online he cannot read. I don't know if he can or not. But
no, that's why I'm saying. What did you say? When you
I probably did say he can't read, and that's because Mel reads everything to him, and then at the book signing, he didn't read. He had somebody else to read.
So are you saying that because whatever? Okay, what is causing his behavior then?
He ain't got
because
no
you said he's abnormal.
He's abnormal.
So that's causing him to act out.
He don't know any better.
Calling Mel out of her name, telling her medical business, going over there cheating with Eric, with all these women and all of this. So all of that is attributed to his mama not helping him do homework and stuff like that.
And his mother not being in his life the way she should.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Your father can raise you, and you still can be very dysfunctional. You got to have your mother. You can have the best grandmother in the world. You can have the best auntie. You can have the best foster parent. I used to be a foster parent, and I also was I adopted a daughter. They are so dysfunctional because of their mother, not the father, but the mother not being there. It do something to them.
Yeah, I'm not pushing back. The only reason I'm asking is because there are people who didn't have their mother, who didn't have their father, and they were still able to achieve and excel. So I think what we're looking at with Martell is a little bit more. The man, to me, he's
I
flat.
believe it. I believe it was a whole lot more. And I'm gonna tell you what I think, and it's just my opinion. Okay, this is my opinion only. I
Okay.
think he probably was raped when he was a little kid.
Come on, girl. Ooh, Jesus. It was meant for you to come here tonight. Lord have mercy. I felt that way too. Especially after
Okay.
Ariane made her statement about him being like that. I felt like he was touched and he's angry and he's confused. You know, he's angry with his mom. She wasn't there
Mm-hmm.
to save him. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, it ain't always. I mean, I'm not agreeing with what he did to Mel. I
You know,
love Mel.
I understand that, but I'm just trying to get to the point where we started at when you first came on. So, do you think that counseling would help him?
Yes, he needs it. Yes, he needs it bad.
Yeah,
And
I
they need
said
to demand. They need to demand for him to go.
they
That
did.
that will save him, and it'll save his family because we don't know what will happen if he just go off on the deep end. And I think he's right at the edge.
Oh my God, that's me too. Lord,
What
that's
did I
my
tell
saving
y'all?
prayer.
What I keep on telling y'all? I say it's like a tick tock tick.
Yes, you
I've
did.
been
You
saying it
said
for a
like a record.
while.
Yep, you sure
Yeah,
you
I've been
just
saying
said
it for
it.
a while.
And you're right. You're right.
I
Look,
said
he done
if you
lost
go to get,
everything.
yeah.
I know this guy. He his girlfriend got tired of taking care of him. That's the worst thing a woman can do. Take care of a man. Don't do it. Don't do
Don't
it.
exactly.
She was taking care of him. She got tired of it, and they going on Facebook, going back and forth, and she was talking bad to him on Facebook. Then everybody know he was a loser and all that stuff. Do you know he killed her? He put a gun in her mouth and killed her. In other words, your mouth is too
Well, we
big.
can't say that. We can't say that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but
Okay.
he unalived her, and then he unalived himself. So we don't need to push. He really just need help.
And prayer.
Yes.
Hi.
He said he
I'm
don't need it. He
I'm
said he don't want
sorry.
it. Mm.
Listen, I'm sorry, Miss Patricia. No offense. This is Ree.
Hmm.
And I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, the one thing I wanted to come up here and make sure that you made a blanket statement when you stated that most people need their moms, the grandma, the aunties, and all of them. You're from the Black community, so you know that. Thank God for aunties and grandmas and all of them, because if they wouldn't have taken, and I thank God for my grandmother, God rest her soul, because my biological mother is alive, and oh Lord Jesus help me if she would have raised me and my brothers. So just because you are a mother doesn't mean that you're gonna make the best parent. Everybody's not made to be a parent. That's one thing that you said. And the other thing is, we pray for, I know I pray, Auntie, we pray for Martell, but what I will not do is give Martell a crutch, because you're speaking to a mother of a 24-year-old special needs son. And at the end of the day, for me, I just feel, I'm sorry. Miss Patricia, you had something to say. You were humming. I'm sorry. Did I bother you?
I'm listening. No, I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. Because I just heard you humming.
I don't agree with everything you saying, but I'm listening to you.
Well, this is the thing. It's not a point of agreeing. I'm just telling you based off what you said, what I don't. We can basically have our disagreements because I'm going based off what I said. And this is the one thing why a lot of people don't like to do, because therapy is great. Yes, it is. I've done therapy, but there are a number of different things that you can do. You can do therapy, you can pray. It's a lot of holistic things you can do, because at the end of the day, I don't think that, you can make a blanket statement like that, because if that's the case, there are a lot of men and women show some of the same traits that Martell have. I'm just saying that he
And you
has to
don't
do.
wait a minute, hold it. And you don't think they need therapy? If
But what
they
I'm
show the
saying,
same
This is the
If they
thing, Miss
are showing,
Patricia.
okay, wait a minute, hold it. I'll let you speak. Let me.
Well, you were kind of disrespectful because you were humming the whole time I was talking. I'm just
No,
keeping it
no,
real.
Okay,
I
lady.
wasn't humming.
Wait a minute, y'all. Come over, because see, we don't argue like that. And I really
No,
No.
we're
dislike,
not
but
arguing.
I know this. I know this. Aunt Ann,
No,
Hannah
you
and all
right.
of that, but she always, made a point for us. We don't argue. I really
This
enjoy
Yeah,
is
we
not.
Miss
I'm
agree
Patricia.
to
having.
disagree.
I really enjoy Miss Patricia. And,
I
I
understand
don't
that,
want her.
but
I don't want her on her first night to feel ganged up on, because I want
Hello,
her to
hello.
come back.
Hey,
Because
okay. But
you
does
and
that
Tanya
mean that I
Valenti and
can't
them.
have an opinion?
Yeah, but don't
everybody,
be so
hold on, wait a minute,
hostile
wait a minute,
toward
wait a minute.
her. You being hostile toward her.
No, you're taking hostile and me being direct. I'm a direct person. When I'm
Hello.
Yeah,
hostile, you will know it.
One
I
at a
just feel
time,
like Miss
please.
wait a minute,
Patricia, Miss
y'all.
Patricia is speaking facts. I
Wait a
I
minute.
enjoyed her. I don't want her to
Tanya,
feel attacked. This is her first night over here, and
Tanya,
we don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't argue.
Can I speak?
Tanya.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think the panelists need to allow others to speak and put their phone on mute because I feel it's very rude when someone's talking for another person to either hum or make noise
Hello.
while they are talking.
Here we go.
I want to show each other respect and give them a chance to talk. We may not agree, but be respectful. I'm dropping
How,
back down.
how do you
Thank
put it
you.
on mute? I don't know how to do it.
I
Do I
Hit the
can
hit
do.
the
mic.
I
mic?
do it for you. I do it for you. Who's talking? I want to tell y'all this. We are not going to agree on everything,
That's
but we
fine.
have to be respectable and say what we got to say and keep it moving.
Right.
All right, everybody. Love
Yep.
y'all.
Love
Okay,
you
who's
Hey,
too.
Miss
talking? Who's
Miss
talking
San.
now?
Miss San, it's
Okay.
Lisa, girl. First
Okay.
time up
Hey,
on your.
Lisa.
Uh,
How you doing?
first time up on your panel. Actually, I'm good. I'm good. First time on a panel. Period. Okay, so you got the exclusive.
All right now.
But yeah. But I've been following Mel since it began. Love and Marriage Huntsville,
uh-huh.
and I liked it from the beginning because they was watching a black family, a black entrepreneurs building in a southern town, and I was just excited about it because I wasn't crazy about that love and hip hop crap. So
Uh-huh.
I went on, and so what happened. Everybody knows what happened with what's going on. So it kept my interest. But as time went on, it got more interesting. I stayed with it because I had a sister
Mm-hmm.
who was unlived
Mm-hmm.
uh, by her boyfriend back when she was 24. So that was 38 years ago. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
back then we didn't know we didn't know about narcissists. Okay,
Uh-huh.
but the story sounds so much like Mel and him. Like my sister was smart, okay, very smart. She graduated college. She and he was her high school sweetheart, and so uh, she liked him, but my sister just was a sweet person, good. I mean, so good hearted, and I'm just not saying it because my sister. I mean, this is fact, and very, very smart. Made A's all through school. Ever since she was a kid, she made nothing but A's. A's through high school, A's through college. Right? Got out of did all of that. Moved out of town. Moved to where he lived. Actually, the city he lived in, and got a job. Got a job. Actually, it was back when AT&T and Southwest and Bell was together. And I'm telling you that she was getting promoted. But she went up there with him, right? And he was a very nice looking guy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And when she moved up there with him, she he didn't do what he was supposed to do with her. Not only that, he had like five of now. I found all these things after she was unalive. He had like
Mm-hmm.
five other girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? And my sister got tired of him. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of details I can give, but I'll take up too much time. But
when my sister got tired of him, she let him go. You know what I'm saying? She was done. She found her another boyfriend. She was done. Okay, and you know how when a woman fed up, a man will know it when she fed up and when she done. Okay, she got her another boyfriend, and he was a very nice looking man. Had his stuff together, right? And he stalked her for a while. Okay, and I remember going up there one time, and she had this little sports car, and she took him. She took me by his house, and I remember us knocking on the door, and she went in because he had something of hers, and she was trying to get it back or whatever it was. And when we went in the house, you know, I've always had discernment. I've always was like kind of like the streetwise person. She was a good girl, you know, book sense, and you know. But when I went in his home,
Something wrong
and
with
I
your
remember it was
microphone.
is it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But when I went in his home, he had this big devil picture on his wall, you know. I didn't like his house. I remember a nightstand,
Yeah, there's something
and
wrong with your mic.
okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. So yeah, so can you hear me?
Yeah, something wrong with
Hello?
your mic.
Hold on. I got these earplugs in. Yeah. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
just got there's a lot of static.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just a lot of static up there.
Maybe it's not meant for me to tell this story. I don't
It might not.
know.
Look,
But
'cause
still got static.
yeah, because I do like this. Y'all can't hear it, can you?
Yeah, we can hear the static, and your volume seems to be down low as well.
Who mine?
Okay. Right.
No, I'm not sure it's an I or L. The lady that's
Okay.
been talking,
Oh,
Yeah.
Lisa
the
So
girl.
static in hers.
Girl.
okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. There's just a lot of static.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't want it to be uncomfortable for you guys. But anyway, it went on to where uh he was just he was strange. And another thing, going back to his mental thing, he all through how he was born with he stuttered real bad. Okay, he did graduate high school, but he stuttered. He had a real bad stuttering problem, real bad, right? But she looked over that. You know what I'm saying? She still cared for him, this, that, and the other, whatever. You know, but the thing about it is, when I went in his house, I remember that Bible um, sitting on his nightstand. It was dusty, you know. So I said to myself, well, he don't read the Bible, you know. And I remember a shotgun being in the corner, you know. But when it all boiled down, she left him, and she had a very hard time up there, which he promised her that he was going to help her, and he didn't. And so uh, so she ended up having a roommate that worked with at AT&T with her, and they got an apartment and this, that, and the other. She started moving up. Now he had her little sports car that she had, and supposed had got it fixed, right? But didn't put the oil back in it, right? And so it blew a motor. So now she out of a car. But she started growing, getting herself together. She ended up buying another sports car. She moved in with a roommate. She growing, right? Mm. So this fool was so upset with her because she was done with him, you know? And yeah, he drove into that apartment complex early in the morning with them kids going to school. This fool had on a long army coat, uh, a ski mask, and all this. So they had that two-door apartment building where you have to enter one door in order to go to the other four apartments. And so she was coming out to work, so he had been stalking her.
You
So
can't
when he
say.
came in, he blocked.
Wait a minute. You can't say the K. You have to say
Oh yeah. Okay,
Okay.
all
All
right.
right.
So
Thank
he,
you.
so
Or to
yeah,
see something like that. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
right. There's no issues. So he
Mm-hmm.
blocked the car in.
Mm-hmm.
He so she started blowing, and how I know all this is because it came out in court. Okay, so so he started blowing. She started blowing her horn because he got out the car. He blocked the end, got out his car, went to the side of it, had his GU on side of him, the shot one, and so he told her, he said, "Get out the car, you effing B," right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she knew who he was, even though he had on this all this stocking cap and all that crap. So she started blowing her horn. When she started blowing her horn, her roommate came out, and when her roommate came out, she was like, "Leave her alone," and called his name, right? And he looked up and pointed it at her. Boom, got her right. She ran back into the apartment building, was able to call 911. By that time, my sister jumped out on the passenger side of the car and was running up to the glass door of another neighbor. And the guy was like, she was moving so fast, but yet so slow. And by that time, a car was coming into the complex. And the car was coming into the complex, which was picking up a student, and these are teenagers. So my sister tried to jump in the car with that girl because the girl saw him and she ran back into the apartment building.
Well, that's it. He gone. She gone. Okay, y'all. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Hi, Kim. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm doing. How you doing? Pretty good.
All right.
I just wanted to
Hello.
always have an echo.
Oh, you can go ahead.
Okay, I was just wanted to piggyback on what everyone was saying about as far as Am I echoing? Because I hear echo.
No, you're
No,
not
we can hear
echoing.
you clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you.
Um, in reference to Martell's brain. Okay. In reference to Martell's brain, for narcissism, a narcissist, either a narcissist was given too much as a child or not enough. And in Martell's situation, he wasn't given enough. And his brain actually developed with trauma. That's why his brain is different. So what he think he's doing, he think he's right, and he's not. He's a grown man with a child, a mind of a child.
Right.
So that's how he thinks. It's like a big child. When he can't get what he wants, he have tantrums. So that's what actually, because I was actually married to a narcissist and been in counseling, seeing a therapist for about 4 years now, suffer from PTSD. Um, a narcissist is a very dangerous person because if they feel that you did them wrong, they will actually hold that against you and keep that like in a file in their brain. And it meaning something wrong, you could have told them no, and they cannot handle that. So they file all the information in their little damaged brain. And when real mad they come or narcissistic injury, they can hurt you. And that's how Mortel brain is damaged and it cannot be repaired. Narcissism cannot be repaired. There's no cure. He can go to therapy and get help and try to cope, but there's no cure. So that's when the caller was talking about how the brain works. That's how the brain works. It doesn't work properly because they develop the trauma.
Exactly. And I agree with her. Exactly right.
I agree with you as well. I was in a 18-year marriage from a narcissist, and they don't stop. When he come in town, I still get harassed. They don't stop. They'll keep on, keep on, keep on. and they always blame it on you. But the only way Mel is going to do good is she leave Alabama. Huntsville. She leave Huntsville and go somewhere, she going to be good. But as long as she in this area that he can get to her, and they got to transfer the kids and back and forth. That's why Melody had it set that just get the kids from the school, because it was so much chaos.
Right.
So that's why she said, okay, she had a court paper. You get them from school when it's your time, and I get them from school when it's my time, because it was so much stuff, that was going on. But y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up because we've been up here almost just 3 hours, over 3 hours.
And you ain't ate, and
It's been fun.
Huh?
I say it's been fun. And
I had fun too. I'm telling you, I told y'all I said it would be an hour and a half. I said we ain't gonna do another 3 hours. Every time we get to 3 hours, we get into a deep conversation. We get people coming to the panel, and it's just like there's a lot of information. And I thank everybody for coming to the panel. I don't want nobody to get upset. You're welcome. This is what I'm here for everybody to express their feelings, their thoughts, and say what you got to say, and we will not get mad at you because y'all don't agree with me on something. I don't get mad.
Exactly.
I want to thank my mods. I want to thank my contact creator who was in the house. I appreciate it. Everything. And I thank y'all for rocking with me. Y'all know I love you.
We love you too. Thank you so much for letting us share.
I love it. We had a ball what day was it? Saturday, Sunday? What day we was up here for 3 hours and that lady came up here? It was Monday,
the doctor
right?
came up and we stayed
Yeah,
on here
it
for
was
3
Monday.
hours.
Yeah, the doctor came. We stayed for 3 hours, and she is a lot of people that has a lot to say, and some things I didn't even know.
Exactly, me too. I enjoyed you too, Miss Patricia. Please come back.
Me too. I love her.
She's still here.
She'll meet. Oh,
yes, I'll come back. I love you too, Aunt Ann. I love you. I love all of you guys.
And we love you too.
We love you back.
Yeah. If no one told you that they love you, Auntie loved you. Subscribe. Push that like button. If you haven't placed your order today, go to the website, place your order. Love y'all, and put that bell on. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. I love you, Hannah. Miss Hannah, you know I love you.
You know what? I love you too. Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Y'all have a nice day.
Good.